Hello. Hi everybody. Today's gonna start with me first because Thomas is having a good time in Singapore, and Thana will be on his way. Thana is on his way. Suddenly, it feels so weird to not have another person talking to me, and Chiang doesn't want to appear. Good. All right. If you just come in, say hello, and help me share the video. And if you're watching from YouTube, you can actually head over to Horizon's Facebook, and yeah, you can come over because on Horizon's Facebook you get to see who's asking the question. Somebody can reply, things like that. All right. So hello Mitesh, hello Nickelback, Derek, hello Matthew, Roshan, Jensen, and D-Works, and NDC. Hi Gary, and Larry Pizza Guy. See, that's the thing with YouTube, right? Everybody's have their own next Season Lau, Sin Yong, and hi Henry Siu, Jeff Lim, hi David Nigel, Vishnu, hello, and for those of you who are watching from YouTube, you'll be like, or Facebook for that matter, you'll be like, hey, where got so many people? Because we're streaming this across Thomas Yap's channel, Thana Krishnan's channel, and Kon's channel, and my own channel, of course. And Chiang is showing you guys Horizon Facebook. You can actually continue watching there if you want to, because the commenting system is actually a little bit better. On you see, Facebook is showing 16%, but from here, from my app StreamYard, we have a total of 92 now, approaching 100 soon. And hi CS Yong, and I see some questions. All right, and first one, Nickelback 007. Help me choose between the Supra 2 liter and the MX5 ND. Supra 2 liter, of course, 2 liter turbo is an all-out sports car, and the MX5 is we're all familiar with the MX5 topic now, right? The thing is this: the MX5 is deceptively quick because it's pretty lightweight. It's of course small. It doesn't have the presence of the Supra, but you know the drill. You can drop the top of the MX5, and that is a pretty awesome experience. The thing with the Supra is it is a sports car. It's a hardtop sports car. It's the same as owning any two-door coupes in a way. Cayman as well. Yes, it's a mid-engine or whatnot. I don't care. But the thing is this: if you owning a car, it's not like every day you're at Sepang, piling into apex and all that. There are a lot of times whereby you're just chilling and driving slow, right? Of course, it's enjoyable when you are, dropping the gears, revving up, pushing the power and all that. But the dimension would be the pursuit of speed and hence the enjoyment, right? You need speed to enjoy for cars like these, or any sports cars for that matter. And of course, you'll be really enjoying when you're doing it, right? The thing with MX5, of course, is you get to have another dimension of enjoyment where you open the top and you just chill. It's nice. You can drive slow and enjoy it. But I mean, I don't think they are both similarly priced, right? Provided you are comparing a Recon Supra versus a brand new MX5, right? So if the Supra is also 200 over 1,000, and you like the performance, you like how it looks, then by all means, because the MX5 is indeed a milder sports car compared to the Supra. All right. Yeah, you don't get to open the top, but that's how it is, right? And Keen Tan, hello, and Anthony Montano, Deban Naidu, Ivan Hui, King John Lau, Jonathan Wong, Mahas Warren, Jackson Wong, Yi Chuan, Tengku Ashraf. Hello. Interesting question here. Can I fit into the MX5? Actually, barely. I was actually the first person in Malaysia to put a booking for the MX5 ND. I placed the booking during the media launch, which was before the consumer launch, way before that. And yeah, I dropped the booking on the spot. Then Mazda was kind enough. Of course, they're happy as well that I love the car, and they let me test drive the car for a week. That was the pre-facelift MX-5, where the steering couldn't do telescopic. So when I got in the car, in order for me to have a comfortable leg position where both legs are comfortable, I am 5'11", right? And so when my legs are comfortable, the problem would be my hands are stretched out straight when I was in the MX-5. And when it's straight, it's not perfect. You need to be like that. That's the correct driving position. But you need your hands to be in an angle. If my hands are on an angle, my legs are, cramped up. So eventually I gave up the booking for the ND. But the funny thing is, I fit well in the NA, the first generation NA. Now, of course, I've had a colleague who had a NC, right? Of course, she's now doing her own thing. She had an NC. The NC has a bulging hard plastic cup holder on the door panel that goes right into my knees, which makes me very uncomfortable when I was sitting in that car. I'm someone who is very adamant with proper sitting position, because I think that tells a lot about a car, Yeah, so that was me in her NC. Yeah, so yeah, the NA fits me, and I believe the ND facelift with the telescopic steering would fit me well as well. All right, I'll pick some questions. Going reverse. Oh, the questions are piling in. Thank you so much for coming in. Jeff. Jeff said he's willing to let me review his Honda Civic FE. Ooh, yes, I'll check out the offer. Jiang, contact him. See, he's on Facebook, so we can contact him. That is lovely. All right. Ivan Hui was asking, what is the rationale of handling fee? And why it varies across the used car dealers. Now, this is something interesting. All right. I've been wanting to talk about this as well. So handling fees is essentially getting the car to do, see, Malaysia, every single car transaction, they have to go through the JBJ inspection. All right, you need to do JBJ inspection first before the car is being transferred to another owner. So once you did your JBJ inspection, this is interesting because I happen to have a document here because we didn't plan for this conversation. So my aforementioned ex-colleague, right? That's the car. I don't think any details will be shown here. This is how a JBJ inspection form looks like. Now, why is that so? So when my ex-colleague was with us, she wanted to get a car. So there was, because she was fresh grad, her first job, then second was here. The loan part was a bit of an issue. So I basically took the loan for her, but then of course she paid for it. So I took the loan for her and then she paid the rest for it. And recently it's done. So I want to do the transfer to her. So they have to get the Puspacom done first, right? And then once it is done, the document is to me now. And the rest of the process is actually very straightforward, which is to arrange someone, or I go to UTC, both parties go to UTC, and then just thumbprint, pop, thumbprint. Or one person can thumbprint first, basically a runner or the dealer can go to the previous car owner or dealer or whatnot to thumbprint first, and once it is thumbprint within 7 days, the next person thumbprint, and then the car will be transferred. It is essentially this process. But of course, There will be, you can do insurance as well at UTC or GPJ, or you can do the other stuffs that comes with it, car plate number and things like that. So these are all actually not very expensive kind of stuff. But of course, used car dealers now, maybe margins are thin now because people are selling cars on Facebook directly, they're selling cars to Custom, all these things, right? It was no longer are the days whereby the car dealers can actually take a very large amount of profit. All right. So the person who is handling it, which would then try to charge you, 2,500, 3,500, or whatever amount they think you are able to take up. And then basically that is their running cost. So it's profit for them. But if you do not know how to do it, someone do it for you. But let me tell you, this is actually a simple process. Now, I am someone who would gladly pay handling fee because I don't want to waste my time even driving to JPJ or do whatever stuff. I don't even want to waste time washing my cars. Can you imagine me going to JPJ, queuing up, picking numbers, doing all this nonsense, right? Thumbprint and all that stuff. I'm not someone who would do that. I would gladly pay someone 2,000 ringgit or whatever to just get it done. But I have to tell you, it's not something expensive. Okay, so that is the whole handling fee thing. Actually, I plan to do a video about it, but since you guys asked the question, there you go. Hi Bobby, what do you think is a better car to upgrade from a Mazda 3, a 2021 Arteon, lovely car, 1718 A5? I would say a 2021 Arteon is a lovelier car than a 1718 A5. All right. Let's look at some other questions. Did I miss? Henry, see you. NX or Cx5 Turbo? You are driving a Cx5 diesel, right? Now, yes, the Cx5 has a very nice interior, but the NX thoroughly feels premium. The heft of the car, the soundproofing, all that. You will feel the differences. Of course, I think the Mazda's cabin is stylish, whereas the NX is tacky, but not TACKY, but TECHY. It's high tech, all right? That feeling is there. So yeah, I would of course pick NX, but it's a lot more expensive. It is 200,000 more than a CX5, okay? And that's a lot of money, all right? But of course, it's fully imported from Japan, and it's a Lexus. We had a joke the other day why the government officials don't use Lexus, because they can't claim a lot of exorbitant maintenance costs if it is a Lexus, right? Lexus, they are reliable, absolute reliable. You may have heard people who bought BMWs like me who have no problem, right? You may have heard there are people picketing in front of premium car dealers. Mercedes have got it, and BMW has got it. The thing with this is consistency. Lexus factory, Japan, all their cars that they pump out, there's a consistent quality to it, extremely consistent quality to it. That's why you may have heard people who've owned Volvos, Mercedes-Benz, BMWs who have never had problems with their cars, but you've also heard people who've had a lot of problems with their cars, but you would have never heard anyone who bought a Lexus who had barely any issues at all. All right. Probably, is it worth FD2R now? Now, the funny thing with FD2R is that sometimes people are asking a very high price to sell the car, and sometimes once in a blue moon, you get the chance upon one that is rather affordable comparatively, like going for 140,000. Wow, there may be another person who has transacted one at 180,000. All right. So the FD2R is a fantastic car. It is one of my top 3 most favorite car I've ever driven. It was actually my top 3 until I drove the Corvette. Then maybe the FD2R is my top 4. Uh, Compared to the 86, 86 is an all-out sports car. It is born as a sports car. The FD2R is bred into a sports car, right? The platform for the FD2R is the FD generation Civic, and then they do a lot of lightweight stuff, lightweight glass, the car is just brilliant. But in today's world, of course, it is no longer considered a fast car. Yeah, but still a Civic Type R. It's lovely. I love this car. When I drove the FK8R, I don't love it as much as the FD2R. Okay, 86 is nice. It's a sports car. It's a 2-liter NA, but 86 is a volume production sports car, right? It's not an FD2R. FD2R has that demeanor of a M3 sedan, M5 sedan. It's a sedan family car, but it has racer spirit in the whole car. So it's something special, 86 is a sports car, so it's like a Cayman. Caymans are everywhere, but GT3s are special, right? So the Civic Type R is special. Okay. Cayenne or Range Rover Sport or Velar. In terms of design, definitely to me, Range Rovers and they are prettier than Porsches. And of course, Porsche is Porsche. A Range Rover Sport can never corner like a Porsche. It just can't. It just can't. All right. But to me, they are prettier. Velar, on the other hand, is one of the prettiest SUVs out there. Not sure if Velar has a very sedan sitting position, meaning you sit into the car, you really sink in. It's very different from traditional Range Rovers. Traditional Range Rovers, Range Rover owners, when they sit in a Velar, they actually don't enjoy it because they're used to having half their shoulder above the window line, and they can actually put their elbows on the panel, not panel, the window. The part where you have your window and then you have a little space before your door cut. They love that. It's like an armrest for them. Whereas the Velar, the window line is sort of like near you sit deep into the car in the Velar. All right. So two different types of sitting position, and yeah, that's how it is. All right. Which, if you ask me, which I think I love driving the Cayenne. Transmission, engine pairing, everything. In terms of looks, Range Rover anytime for me or Velar. Hey, Thana! I'll finally have someone to talk to.
I heard Cayenne.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
No, I was trying to
I think
answer
I
it.
think I
Yeah.
think people don't understand how your mind is blown. Like how the hell did a company can instill sports DNA into such a big car, big SUV, and then
Yeah.
like ala it's only a SUV that's big lah. And you're driving, you're like, oh my god, it's sporty, it handles well, it's fast, it's powerful. Like how? I mean, with a lot of SUV we drive, but I tell you the way that Cayenne was designed from day one itself, it's crazy lah.
You know what's funny, Thana?
Hmm.
On
Yeah.
isolation, every time, like, let's say you drive a Cayenne or you drive a Panamera, and then you go to Blue Yam and then you go through the twisties, right?
Yep. Yep.
Especially if you've just driven another SUV, and you'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, mind blown, man, amazing!" But you know what's funny? The other day, after you all did the big Porsche event at Sepang, where
Yes. Yes.
any Jing Bang Gang Porsche gets to go to that event, I tell
Correct.
you, there
Correct.
are so many Panamera owners or Cayenne owners who vouch by the handling of their superior Stuttgart car. The
Correct. Correct.
moment they are on the track, they see some old Boxsters, small little Caymans with like 200-ish horsepowers, all zipping through the bends like that. They
Correct.
all go like,
Correct. Correct.
oh, my car feels like an
I was
elephant. I can't do it.
I was trying not to I was trying to avoid a Panamera. I don't know who there was like three Panamera said, but it's like I don't know, avoid like go bro, go la bro, go la bro. And it's amazing how like a cheap Boxster handling is so well around corners and but yeah, I mean
Yeah,
in their own respect it's fantastic, but you put it against another Porsche, it's like wow. Porsche is just somewhere else handling.
yeah. Chi Yang, I would request your help. If I've covered that question, please untick the star. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one. UMW Utara. You don't want to buy Toyota, meh? Okay lah. Okay. The Elantra 1.6 turbo to me is one of the best sort of warm performance four-door sedans at the time. You know, when it came out around the time where Honda came out with the FC Turbo 1.5, right? Of course, everybody bought the FC. And but the Elantra, to me, this Elantra looks really, really good. It's handsome. It looks like an Audi A3, and the turbo engine is way more powerful than that of the Honda Civic. And it's just that the rear seats, I lodged my head onto the roof for the rear seat, but Thana won't kena it, right? So
Funny
so,
you mentioned that when that Civic came out, the generation, I told my wife like, saying, let's go buy the Civic. I took cash in pocket, 5K. I put cash in pocket, I don't know why, and I went there. I was like, no, I'm determined. I want to buy it. I love the looks. For me,
yeah,
the sound of the whole the CVT gearbox and all that, I was a bit disappointed. But the price,
yeah,
but for me back then, the price, oh, I paid so much. How come like this, you know? But yeah, there are people who are both ways, lah, you know. And I would have actually preferred the Elantra Turbo engine sound wise, lah, compared to the Civic.
yeah,
So
yeah.
drive it, you never know.
Wow, this question interesting. Civic FC or 86? Of course, the 86. Or are you talking FE? The new one is called FE, right? FC is the one that we just showed. 86 anytime, all right. Resale value of two-door sports cars are crazy, but Civics has the highest resale value of any like C7 four-door sedans. I always say this: if you bought a Civic brand new, like 120, 130,000, you took a 7-year loan or 8-year loan, whatnot. After 5 years of paying your car, you owe the bank about 50,000, but your Civic is worth 90 plus thousand. So you get 40,000 net cash that you get, and don't dump it into the next car if you want to save money, right? If you're an employee, maybe you earn, I don't know, 8,000, 9,000 a month. You know, you're 25, 26 years old. You want to save money. You put this 40,000 in your bank, then you're gonna get. You want hassle free, right? You want to join Evo Club. You just want hassle free. You go to work. You're not interested with Blue Yam. You're not interested with Evo Enduro. You know, none of that bullshit. You just want to work hard and buy a new car and make sure it's problem free. So you buy another Civic, and then 5 years later you get another 40,000 that you put in your bank, and then you can just go on and on because the resale value is so consistent. All right, but anyway, 2014 Accord or Camry, I will always ask people to buy the Camry if you want absolute reliability, dependability, even though Accord is not bad. But I think that Accord should be the Pradana Accord. So Camry, please. Yeah. What else? Some questions are some technical. Thana, you want to take any questions that you wish to?
Someone asked about 986 as a daily. Thoughts on a Porsche as a daily driver liability as a Porsche in the market for second driver. My only thought is this: all the guys who drive 986 who have engine failures are guys who don't drive it daily. Funny enough, because the whole issue of the next was what to do with oil and warming up and all this stuff lah, and weight, all works like the first time they ever built a water cool engine was the Boxster, then when
Yeah.
they came out 996, so if you do it daily, it's fine. Then you would think about the fact that, well, do you want to be what kind of suspension you want and that stuff. So I think it's fine. It's cheap enough. You can't go wrong. Even if your car is condemned totally, there are people out there who are willing to buy a car for parts. so, so I think it's one of those things that you can't go wrong much lah. I can't go wrong much. Exactly,
Okay.
that's my first breakdown. Yeah, and this was due to what? This was due to I think it was a coolant issue. Yeah, it was a coolant issue, and so one of the things you rebuild, you rebuild. Oh, sorry, no, sorry. This was because why? No, I know why. The clutch line snapped. So yeah, When? Tell me.
Tana,
Okay. Yeah.
to be fair, your Boxster was that close to being a scrap car, right? It's being neglected.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
couldn't run, and
Yep.
you saved this car. You gave it
Yeah.
a new lease of life. You even
It had a
swapped the
10-year-old tire.
transmission. Yeah, you even swapped the transmission from auto to manual. So
Mm.
breakdowns on your car, I would give it a pass. It's
Yeah.
okay, you know.
But
You know?
but you know what? I've been driving it every weekend. Every weekend I go out. I'm doing
Yeah,
this morning with
yeah,
Simone, this weekend, and I took it to the track. Obviously, it's a punk.
yeah,
Last weekend.
yeah,
Um, totally fine. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
very well balanced car. And until
But
today, I haven't found that maximum. I haven't pushed the car maximum yet, lah. I still am pushing. I'm still learning.
like what we say, cars that are like this old, 20 over years old, right? You cannot rely on its inherent reliability. It has to
Mm,
be dependent on the previous owner, how
yes,
well
yes,
taken care it has been.
correct.
So
Mm,
if you can find one where the owner has bought it since last time,
mm,
no problem keeping it
mm,
running,
mm,
then I think it's safe. All
yeah.
right.
Mm, yeah.
One question I want to answer quickly. Pick the 15,000 km RAV4. Uh, you know, okay, Harrier, yes, Harrier has a correlation to Lexus, blah, blah, blah. But 185,000 mileage Harrier, let me tell you this, even if it's Toyota, the components that they order from their supplier, right? The suppliers that supply them stuffs, the requirements is that the parts last the expected lifespan of the car. Now, what is the expected lifespan of a car? Not 10, 20, 30, 1 million miles. The agreement that the parts should last reasonably 100,000 km. So a lot of components in a car, be it it's a Toyota or a Hyundai or a BMW or whatnot, right? They would have came from some of the same suppliers. There are so many things. There's wiper motors, there's your ABS pumps, blah blah blah. All this stuff, they are designed to last 100,000 km.
Yep. Yep.
So
Even it had.
185,000, yes, the
Mm,
owner would have changed it, but given that it's a Toyota, some of them would have outlast, but it's close to the second round to change them anyway. So to be safe, just get the one with the low mileage. All right.
mm.
This one, yes.
And
Yes,
furthermore,
Anna?
unlikely the car has gone through an engine overhaul. So the both
Yeah,
engines are the same engine. So you are there's no reason for you to buy the high
yeah.
mileage one, lah. Yeah.
So this one asking, should he sell his Civic for an 86? Yes. Go for
Hey,
it.
bro,
Go for
you
it.
know that the
Yes.
new 86 have gone up in price? They've gone up by 20K, I think.
Yeah. Everybody should expect this. I heard the X5 going up by 40,000.
Serious?
40. Yes. I mean, Malaysians, let's be fair. If you can find car prices from 10 years ago, take a look at it. Our car prices have barely gone up. In fact, our government has reduced a lot on our car taxes over the past 10 years. Malaysian ringgit has fallen, right? But our car prices have sort of maintained. Why? Because the government has really, really, really reduced the taxation charges on our cars. That's why we have this. Now it turns out to be a blessing, right? In hindsight, our high taxes last time help us weather the crazy drop in ringgit value, which would have otherwise resulted in a very high price hike. But we've gone to a region where we can't go anywhere anymore now. So this round of global inflation that's happening and Malaysian ringgit dropping, let's expect the car prices to go up at least 10%. It's
Mm.
gonna go up. Whatever the government does will not help. Like take out sales tax or reduce this, reduce that. Our car prices, if you check based on spec, the exact same spec, you check prices in Australia, ours are almost on par. A lot
Yeah.
of our cars are almost on par. with whatever the Australians are paying. All right.
Mm.
So no choice. Car prices is gonna go up. Okay.
Wow. Chiang shared the screen, 100,000 ringgit
Mm.
for a 86. Wow.
Your wow is high or low?
It's low
Ah,
because there's drop because it was like 120 and 130 and the cheapest one was like a bit high. I mean, this has happened quite recently because with the new 86.
no,
That's a,
bro. It has dropped because this is the very, very last 6 months to get a loan.
oh,
And the loan that they're gonna get is probably 3 or 4 years or five, max
because the
5 years.
212. I see.
Yes,
That's why. That's
yes.
why.
So the prices have gone down. Yeah. Next year is gonna drop again. That will.
Hmm?
I think this car should stabilize around 60, 70K in the next few years and just remain there.
Mm.
Because there's an oversupply of them. There's just
Oh
so
yeah,
many around.
it's
So
crazy.
yeah, there's a lot of supply. But even if it goes down to 60, 70, because of people who bought them and then they have fully paid off the car, they wanted to change the car anyway. They don't mind going back down here. But after this initial round of people changing hands, you will see the car prices of the 86 slowly go back up and stabilize about 80 down the road, I believe. Down the road. Okay. Um, what else?
Okay, fun. What is?
Quick one. This one, I don't like the Lexus CT200H. It looks good, but that's about it. There's nothing in the car that feels Lexus. And the battery is gonna go soon. You need to spend some money to replace the battery.
Yep.
And it's so cramped. The boot is so small. The rear seats are so useless. You might as well just get a BMW 1 Series, which offers around the same amount of room, but without a hybrid battery lurking behind. Don't know when you need to change it, and then the CVT gearbox that annoys the crap out of you. All right.
Yep.
I would go for the S60. But the S60 interior just feels really, really old.
Mm.
Handling is not that. It's very nice on highway, but not that nice on twisties. All right.
It's like a whole different generation lah. People can't
Yeah.
modern generation people can't accept. Oh, that's a Volvo. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
320D, just
Yeah.
buy. Just buy.
Why?
FW 320D, just buy.
This
This one.
generation is the quietest one of the quieter BMW diesel around. So
Ah.
yeah,
Yeah. And I love the sound when it revs.
yes, very nice.
Okay, for this one, X430i, which is very stylish, very cool. NX350F Sport. I've just driven it. Now, the power delivery of this car is very linear. It doesn't do the explosive power like the which engine is this? B48, right?
Mm.
Doesn't do the explosive power of the B48. So even though on paper this one shows 275, that one shows 258, the 258 feels faster. It
Yep.
revs faster. All right, and of course that's a sweatback, which is pretty cool. But overall, I think in terms of comfort, interior build, and all that, I think the Lexus has the upper hand this round. And large screen, a bit too big. I think the screen is just too big, just big. You know, it's almost as big as my laptop screen. You know, it's like why? You know, yeah. But it's very nice.
I thought biggest. I thought biggest better. No.
It's too big, bro. You look at it; it's like a TV jutting out from the dash. You
Oh
know?
my god.
Look at
No, no,
it.
no, no. Put in perspective. That's your steering there. It's as big as the steering.
Yes, it's like an iPad Pro being stuck on your dash. It's huge. And the interface, right? They haven't really get their hang around it, like having an interface that fully properly. Look at the size of the icons.
My God. I was
You
telling
look
somebody
at the
today.
size of the icon, bro.
Crazy.
It's as big as the gear knob.
You see, this is where you see like Mazda aims to like Mazda has a color screen, but they make sure the
Yeah,
screen is monochrome so you don't distract you.
yeah.
Lexus It gives you all
I mean,
colors of the world.
I give them the what, because it's their first time embarking on this, and as you know, I've explained many times, the Japanese aren't very good in interface. It's huge. You look at the size of the gear
No,
stick.
no. Not only they made it big, they add extra black bevel outside to make it even bigger.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. But nevertheless, is way more direct in terms of using it, because you just touch it with
Mm,
your hand. It has that little dial, the donut dial floating on top of the screen thing, like Land Rover does, which is pretty cool. And I like the overall design and the build quality of the car. I mean, if I were to buy this, right, first thing I would do is I'll drive my car to DK Leather. I tell them the lower portion of my door panel, please help me leather wrap it. Just leather wrap because the lower portion feels Toyota, and that's about it. Other than that, the car feels really good. Aircon seats and all that.
something something
So
interesting you said, Bobby. Yeah, you said
yeah,
it's easy to operate with your hand, not your finger. Use the word
yeah,
hand just now. Use the
yeah.
hand.
You can literally punch the icon. It's like it's so big, right? You can punch it. Anyway, yeah. Uh, yeah, you can try the Lexus NX 350 F Sport. All right, very
Nice.
nice.
Yep.
Uh, this one. Uh, I uh, actually the previous Gen NX. I prefer the Harrier, which is the similar car. I actually
Yep.
prefer the Harrier over the Lexus NX. So you can actually look at the Harrier as well if your considerations are around this price point. And even for this two, strictly this two, I think I will go NX, Lexus NX. All right, it still looks really good. Okay. What about you, Tana? I don't know.
I
Sorry.
mean the 630 is price be different, but then you
Mm.
think, oh, is it a CX3? Is it a, when you mean it's not here nor there. It's like what is it going to become? The
It's a jacked up
the
Mazda 3, right?
the uniqueness is not there. Although it's unique to some people like me, I see, oh, it's
Yeah.
unique, I like it. But I'm like, wow, this people actually bought a 630. Yeah. So that's
Mm.
what I think about it when I see it. So yeah,
Yeah.
people
Okay. This
people
one, I won't pay 135,000 for a GLA 200. This money I will gladly pay for a Lexus NX, like the previous question, or a Harrier. You get more car for the money. GLA 200 is actually a small hatchback that's been jacked up. So yeah, yes, it suits a small family. Long-term usage for 10 years, then you get the Lexus. All right, let's get the Lexus. If you
does
want
the Lexus
long-term,
win for the reclining back seat?
oh yes, even the
Mm,
seats are straight, right? It's still more spacious than a GLA.
the
So
seat, the
if you
rear,
want to use it for 10
yeah,
years, you get the Lexus. All right.
small family get the Lexus to borrow. I tell you, the back seats.
Yeah,
My kids love
yeah,
it. It's fantastic.
yeah.
Reclines.
Okay. I love this car.
Mm,
I This is based on the Mondio,
mm,
and it has a extremely beautiful dashboard to my eyes, especially the pre-facelift, the one without the
the
double hood.
floating,
First picture,
the
come.
the
Oh, come
floating.
on. Yes, it's so beautiful. The dashboard is just beautiful, and the screen rises up from the dashboard, but you get a shitty interface. I think this SAT is very underrated. It looks really good. It has that kind of understated European class, like how Audis used to back then. It has that
Mm,
floating dash design. I think it's just class act. Even the speedometers are beautiful. The build quality is really good. I just love this car. I absolutely love this car. So it's very cheap. It's dirt cheap now. I think it's like
yep.
30,000. It's dirt cheap. So please get it.
Uh, the 211. No, no. I think it's the 205. The earlier ones are like 20k.
Oh,
But yeah,
really?
I
Let's
yeah.
let's
Isn't it?
research. We have
Really? Yeah.
Chiyang. We have Chiyang. Ha! See?
Oh yeah. Oh, shit.
30K.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
beautiful car for
Crazy.
20, 30K.
Crazy. Mm.
It's a beautiful car. And it uses a torque converter gearbox, so it's an ISIN torque converter, so it's Toyota gearbox. So it's not some dual clutch shit, from Ford.
2000, 2017. It was
Hmm?
40k. I remember.
Hmm. Oh, it's a beautiful car.
Yeah.
It's spacious and it's
Mm,
comfortable. It's just really, really nice, this car. All
mm.
right. get it. All right. 2017 Harrier, 190,000. So expensive, eh? Oh, it should be there lah. 2017 should be about there. Okay, lor. Okay, lor. This is quite a high price, but and it's a 5-year-old car. The Harrier starts off at what 260, and 5 years later 190. Wow,
Good deal, huh?
wow, expensive. But it's a Toyota, and it has a 2-liter turbo engine. Once you got it, you can just buy some Android screen, replace that crappy infotainment system. Then you're happy. You'll be a happy man. Especially the recline angle is crazy, right? And I love the dashboard.
They just go to Google and say, Google, please give us a system. We give it to you. We'll stop doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So soundproofing of this car is not as good as the NX. So you can consider heading to KL Auto, look for Desmond, and you do magic to your car, and your car will behave like a Lexus. This car needs a lot of soundproofing, the Harrier. All right. Yeah, you can do it, and it doesn't cost a lot to soundproof your car. It's like 2,000 plus. It costs less than doing tinting, and it turns your car from a mass market car to a luxury brand. The kind of bright feel. All right. What else? What else we need to answer? A lot of questions. Oh, we're
Okay,
very
how about this
poor.
one? Okay,
Come.
981 2.7 or a new BRZ 2.4. Plan for daily, one car do all. I mean, the fact is that one car do all. I think you need the extra 2-seat lah. That's all I'm thinking right now.
Oh,
So practicality wise, unfortunately lah. But I wish you buy a 981.
what's the difference in horsepower, bro?
What 220 is it for the BRZ? And 981 should be about also about there lah. Yeah, what about there lah? But 2 plus lah.
2.7, the horsepower so low, man.
The 2.981.
Hey, 275 horsepower.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, Chiang just
Oh.
put up the specs. Yeah,
2 plus.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the 91 is a lot more powerful. But of course, the 91 is an old car now. Both cars cannot be mentioned on the same breath when it comes to maintenance. All right. Porsche parts, Porsche price. Okay.
Yes.
Even though we say Porsches are nice, blah blah, one steering rack is gonna whack you 10K more easily. All right.
Correct.
Because there are refurbished parts out there, but it's Porsche price. Okay. I'll just give you guys.
You got a hunt lah.
No, I just tell everybody. Like I just replaced my air suspension both for my RS6. Okay. Of course, I got it for a cheaper price than what they would have charged, but what they would have charged, inclusive of all the components, blah blah, and all that, with manpower and all that, is gonna go up to close to 8 for both. But that is considered cheap when you compare to what you're getting out there, which would easily be close to 17, 18,000 for both Amatics. All right, that's my RS6. Then my BMW, I changed the rear active anti-roll bar. That costs about 5K. And then my powered door, the motor, has gone weak after 10 years. So it's not that it's spoiled, and it's not like I can't close my door. I can still close my door. I just need to like close it like a normal door instead of letting it do the And that thing costs 2,000 plus for that motor. And then I just sent my Aston to do a full service with like coil packs, spark plugs, and timing chain cover, gasket, oil seals, injector O-rings, blah blah blah. I done all this, all right, and it easily would have cost 18K. So these things do cost money. It's just that it's preventive maintenance for me. But when you go into these kind of cars, you have to expect these kind of prices when it comes to the parts and all that. All right, so that cost me 20 over easily, just like that. All right. I like this question, bro.
What?
Yes, buy. Because the worst case scenario for a V12 Ferrari is that it will depreciate to 700,000. That's it. You know, you can drive it for as long, and it's gonna be worth that money for as long as people care. So, 1 million for a F12 Berlinetta with taxes paid is a bargain. All right, it's a bargain. So, yeah, go for it, bro. V12s are not gonna be there for long, and Ferrari V12s. Oh my god, at the higher rev ranges, they sound mad. All right, there's a howling sound that a V12 Aston just don't have at the higher rev ranges. All right, in fact, this one rev to what 8,500 RPM, and Aston would max out at I don't know 6,008 revs. So, but of course, Aston's cost a lot lesser to maintain than a Ferrari. I mean, this I can attest. Anna, F12. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Look at that.
V8. V8. Kita mau V8.
Ferrari is no, bro. V12, bro. V12.
V8.
V12. V12. V12, bro. Get a V12. All right.
Okay lah, Bobby. I'll leave for my V8 world. I don't think I'll ever come to a V12 world. Maybe my old Mercedes.
Yeah. No, hey, I tell you, bro. When it comes to V12, right? I think Ferraris are even more reliable than the German V12s. Seriously.
There you go.
This car.
Oh,
You know what? I showed this car to Alex on Saturday.
Yep.
Straight up, he called the owner, and yeah, I don't know what will happen next, but this is a beautiful car. There's another that is 70,000 more. It's a manual, bro. 456 manual V12 4-seater for 290,000. But I think you can nego that one. So 220, bro.
I wonder how a manual V12 will feel like. I can't even imagine.
A manual V12. I would guess very long gears or
you're just trying to get to the
yeah. There's only one way to find out, bro. There's only one way. There's only one way to find out. You know, I have a video, right? 2020. I went with my neighbor to test drive 575 Maranello.
That's right.
And the sound of the engine doesn't sound impressive. I mean, that's the same engine as the one in the 456, 5.4, 5.7 liter V12. But of course, we didn't manage to go high rev because Ferraris are known that their V12 doesn't sound good at low revs, but they sound great at high revs. Whereas Aston Martin sound great at low revs and gives you nothing at high revs. So there's only one way to find out, bro. There's only one way to find out.
Okay.
All right.
YouTube.
Quick answer. I prefer the Xc90 over the RX. That's a quick answer. All right. So what else? What else do we have
Bobby,
here?
this is a very important question, Bobby.
Yes.
You need advice on your hair gains. It's mid-40s, losing hair. What's your secret? I think it's is it?
I have a lot of gray hair, or people would say white hair. I have a lot of white hair when I started my business, when I was in my 29, 30s, where I don't get enough sleep and all that. I slept in the office. I slept like 4 hours a day, continuously for 3 or close to 4 years. That time I had a lot of white hair, and I distinctly remember when I'm about to go bankrupt. I fall. There's a lot of hair that fell down when I'm showering. So maybe my hair now looks like that because uh, life's uh, slightly slower now. I don't know, but it's genes. Genes play a big part as well because my
Mm.
grandma still had her still have a lot of her hair in sort of black
Yep.
even when she
Mm.
was like approaching
Mm.
89,
Yep.
90 years old. So I think
I think
genes.
it's spot on lah. My dad, when he passed away, he had black hair.
Mm,
And my brothers, some of them are balding and bald, whatever. And
yeah.
and the only thing I can say is I think it's stress. I think it's how you handle certain things lah. And if anything like
Ah.
and I'll share the story. Like, last week for some reason, everything didn't go right lah. Everything didn't go right. Everything was a mess. Everything a problem, you know. And I was telling
Mm,
Mark the other day, saying, Mark, the only thing that brings me joy this week was
mm.
my Porsche convertible. I had stress. I went out. I had drove by myself. I was like, okay lah, seems worth it lah. It's okay, no problem, lah, you know. So it's fine. It's fine, you know. So yeah, I think that's the importance of treating yourself something nice, something you can afford, something whatever
Yeah.
car you can afford, you know.
Yeah.
Buy your car. It's a very important
Yeah.
thing, especially with men control and try to see the family, make sure family is good and
Yeah.
stuff. We control our feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
Share your feelings and go for drives, talk to people, go and come and see us on weekends, you know. We talk about our family and stuff, so it's a good thing, you know. So yeah, it's very important for me for being all this evil family. So yeah, come for drives,
Yeah.
guys. Hmm.
Oh, on that note, guys,
Oh yeah, 28.
there's a big event on the 28th of May, right? We're gonna have two things going on. Morning will be the usual Evo Club drive, right? Any car, any Evo Club would come for the big drive. We're gonna go up Karak to Genting, but it's not likely we're gonna stop at Chinsui. Then we will go down through Uluyang back to
Mm.
KL, and then hey Chia, we're not supposed to show this yet. Anyway, then we will head to a big convertible event, right? So we're gonna do like a big convertible gathering at downtown KL. I'm sorry, I need to take back that poster first, but we're gonna announce very very soon. We just need to iron out some details just to make sure we can announce everything that we can announce. All right, but it will be on the 28th of May. That is confirmed. So any one of you who wants to see like a whole Jin Bang gang of convertibles all parked together, and please come by then. And any one of you who own a convertible, please make sure you're there. And it's not just the cars are parked there. We're gonna have a lot of interesting activities that involve anybody who turn up that day, their cars. Also, anybody who actually come and visit us, you get to join that activity as well. And it's highly dependent on you who gets the best convertible cabriolet award on that day. All right, it's highly dependent on you guys. And Jigu Suresh just mentioned, I want to join the convertible. Please bonding on Saturday, Jigu. Who says Jigu cannot bonding? Right? Just tell your students, oh, I got a stomach ache. Oh, I got headache. Same like how your students will tell you. Just give them the same excuse. Right? Um, yeah. Uh, what else? What else should we
Okay.
go? Oh, Nana, this one for you.
Like I save enough money to get my first entry performance car. So you guys think a M30, M34i is the best? Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, perfect. You know, nothing wrong with the car. It's powerful. It's great. Handles well. Your your family will see it and it's comfortable. It's a PM. You can't fault it, like, no.
Hmm.
Perfect performance all around the car. You can get.
But for the price, what will you get, Nana?
I won't get that lah.
What would you get?
Woo! Oh. Hmm. Yeah. uh,
A used
you know,
991? A
and
used 991?
um, yeah, like, it has to be a Porsche lah. It has to be a Porsche lah. I mean, if you can get something like I can't get a
Don't
Thana for the
mention
price.
cash. Don't mention cash because I
No,
think
no,
it's
okay, okay,
buying.
okay, 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 loan, okay,
Mm.
loan, but sub 400K, is it? That means,
Ah,
um,
about 400K lah.
I can't buy a AMG GT, yeah. Can't buy that. I'll dabble in the world of Porsche lah. I can't. It's about 5 plus lah, can't lah. So there definitely something in the world of Porsche, a 911 for sure, um,
Yeah.
380, 70 around there. Can't go wrong, bro. Put this way, like
Okay.
you buy the Porsche, you won't lose money as much as the M34i. That's my take, lah. You know.
Okay. I'll say this Miles 70s. If you're like Tana, you have like I don't know 7 or 8 cars, then there's no point getting this. But if it would be your one and only car, then this is the best out there in
Yes.
terms of
Yes.
family and weekend driving activity. You know, it's a joy to drive. A go anywhere, do anything car.
Yep.
This is the best out there. Okay. Uh, wow, this one serious Haris Hyri 992 Turbo S or Ferrari Roma. Ferrari is a Ferrari, you know. Are they the same price? Similar? Is it? No, right? 992
2
Turbo
mil.
S 1.8 or Ferrari Roma 2 mil. About that.
I think that there are different cars. Like Roma will probably be more comfortable to drive. Um, but then the Turbo S,
Porsches
when
are very
you do,
comfortable.
yeah, when you don't, yeah, the new Porsches, the 99, we drove the 991.2 or 992, isn't it? We drove. Um, yeah, that too was also comfortable, isn't it? Was like nothing until you press lah. Um, I think it's more
I
of
will
what do you
I
pick?
know I said I will drop a lot of hair if I have to live with the Ferrari Roma's infotainment and touch sensitive steering wheel and the touch to start button. I'm
Yes,
gonna lose a lot of hair.
that's a bummer. Like the whole idea of a Ferrari is like you press like comes out, right. When you lose that pressing sensation, it just takes out something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And then halfway driving you touch the button and then the car asks you, "You're talking to me? What would you like?" You know?
I mean,
Oh,
think about this. All these years, Ferrari kept the key and kept the start button. Why?
exactly.
Why did they?
Emotion.
Because they could have, yeah, because emotion, exactly. It's emotions. Yes.
Yeah. You
So
know,
yeah.
Porsche kept the. Okay, does Porsche now has a start button or is still the twist? I
Start
cannot
button.
recall. I don't think they have start button, right? It's a twist, right? They twist, right?
No.
Anyway,
Yeah. Right. It's correct. It's a key and
the
a twist,
twist,
lah,
right?
right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a right-hand drive Porsche,
Hmm?
the twist will always be on the right side. On the left-hand drive, it will be on the left side. Why? Because Porsche wants to continue the tradition of Le Mans, whereby back then drivers have to park their cars across the road, and then they are on a like a racing position. The moment the gun, boom, they run to their car, open the door, jump into the car, and as they are left, if it's a right-hand drive car, the left hand has to pull the seatbelt, and then the right hand starts the car.
Hmm.
If it is a left-hand drive car, your right hand is pulling the seatbelt while your left hand starts the car. So
Okay.
Porsche has maintained this tradition until today,
Hmm.
right? You see, left-hand drive car, they will not put the twist on the right side because it's a Le Mans tradition that Porsche continue to this day. And 992 interior is beautiful.
You know how you get into a Lambo, and then you press both the pedals, and then it goes to neutral. So those things are different compared to any other car you
Yes,
drive. That is
the
what makes the
most.
car's emotions. So
Yes.
so yeah. So I want the Ferrari, too bad. I want the push start button.
Yeah, true. Like when we go into like 458s or 488s, right? I like the fact that Ferrari make it that someone who has never driven one, when they go into the car, they do not know how to operate it. You just do
Like,
not know. You saw
yes,
the start button. Yes, you start the button, but how the hell you make the car move, right? Yeah, you pull one
first time,
pedal
fir-
to go
first
into
time,
drive.
first time I
Yeah.
drove a modern Ferrari, I asked somebody, "Where's the parking brake?"
Yeah. But in
There
these
you
new
go.
ones, they have that little tiny thing there, to
Yeah.
pretend it's a gated shifter and all that.
Uh,
It takes some getting used to. It really takes some
mm,
getting used to. But kudos to Ferrari for having the balls to just shove it up to owners and say that's how it's gonna be. Take it or
mm,
leave it.
yeah.
That's Ferrari for you. They have they have that power. All right.
So
Um,
back to question. Uh, so I think it suits your personality lah. I think it's a personality issue lah. So you got to feel what you want.
yeah.
Yeah.
What would you go for? 2 million.
Unfortunately, I'll go for Ferrari because I'm very vain, and one has
Hmm.
the word Ferrari on it. So
But the Roma is
although
a copy of the Vantage, no?
it's fine, it's a Ferrari, whatever is said and done, like, I and the but the Porsche will be more dealable. It's comfortable to drive at low speeds. It feels like driving a Golf GTI. In fact, you won't know because it's just so comfortable to drive. It's so easy to drive. The
Hmm.
Ferrari will feel different each time I get into a car, opposed to the 992. So for that
Yeah.
factor, my money is worth a lot of money, and money is worth more to me than anybody else. So I like, no,
Okay, I found
Ferrari.
the answer to this question, Tana.
What about me?
I think you will agree with me.
Okay, let's go for it.
Jiang, please flash the image of this car. Let me PM you so that Tana don't know. All right. I tell you, this car, right? When I saw the pictures, I'm like, But when I saw live pictures of the car, I
Hmm.
was smitten. I was smitten. Apparently, pretty famous bubble tea seller in Malaysia bought one.
Hmm.
Come, Jiang, come. Show live pictures, not official PR pictures. Yeah, not official PR pictures, live pictures, the one that people spotted in the car park, and all that. Or just go to Horizon, I think you can find the pictures. Horizon Facebook. It's
What is what
so
car is that?
nice. Yes, it's so nice. Live pictures, live pictures. Come, Jia, come. Simply click one that isn't a PR release image. Can you find something nicer? Buy an all black one. Screw you, bro. Young, you go die, bro. But anyway, I just wanna, yeah, it's the MC20. It's just so nice.
Hmm.
Oh my god, why you just like that, bro?
I can see I can see I can see the appeal because this feels very supercar-ish compared to Roma. Roma
It's the
feels
live
like,
pictures, bro. It's the live
mm,
pictures of this car. It looks so good. The Chiang found one. Oh my god, blue. Anyway, there's one in spotted in KL lah. Our T Live Brian Lu. I think he bought one. Yes, second row, first picture. That's a live picture, and then there's, oh my god, this car looks so good. So this over a Roma, you take a Roma.
Roma lah.
Okay. All right. That's it for our show tonight. Okay.
Roma, because I think the Roma tries something different. I mean, it's you're pushing the boundaries of what Ferrari can do. It's a whole new design. What I said and done, like, it's one of those cars. I like that the 296 was nice, it was very beautiful. But the Roma is also pushing the boundary, and I think that I like
You know
the fact that it's not common.
The Roma was developed when Maserati and Ferrari were one company,
Oh,
and it was supposed to be developed for Maserati,
I see.
and then they split. And because all the R&D work was done by Ferrari,
Mm,
that's how the rumors goes up. The
I
Roma
see.
was supposed to be a Maserati.
it makes sense because it's very unlike a Ferrari.
Mm.
And I think that's why I like cars, Bobby. Yeah, that you have the car like why this car? Why a oddball? I like oddball cars, and I think the Roma is just a really a oddball car. It's just different it's not a common typical red Ferrari.
No, it's a Aston copycat. It copies Aston. Aston copycat.
It's a Ferrari, bro.
Okay, this one. I'm hitting 40 soon. Oh, 40 is way past
Congrats.
us.
Yeah.
Should I get a Recon ND2 soft top or save up to get a 981 PDK Boxster to join 2023 Evo and Euro? I thought all 981s are PDKs.
No, they have PDK versions.
All 981s are PDK. Right? Only
No,
987, the latter versions are.
I don't think so, Bobby.
Is it? Okay.
I
Uh,
I because I know the PDK prices are when they say PDK prices are different, so
yeah. Okay. Save up more
it
and
came
get
it
the
came it
98.
came out in the 97 lah. Yeah.
Okay, I Chi or L Chi again. The good thing with the ND2 soft top, right, is that you can buy one now and join Enduro, and after Enduro you sell it. Most likely you won't lose any money. You won't lose a single cent, and you can still pursue your Boxster come 2023. So I always tell people people often underestimate this thing. The entry and exit of a car. You can enter this car on May, and then you exit come December. If you don't lose a single cent, why not? Why not? You just enjoy it yourself and without spending any money, and then you still can get your PDK Boxster come 2023. All right, so do it now. Don't wait. All right. Hmm.
Nothing like now lah. I mean, if you just give an excuse, then you won't buy it lah. But then,
Yeah.
but then you'll say the loan period, 2023 or lesser number of years can take loan. I can't afford the
Yeah.
91. Then a lot of excuses will come out like. So
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Wow, prices have really gone back up.
mm,
Shanker was offered a 2012 Boxster Nun S for 190K when he was hunting for a Boxster, and then prices went back up now. Anyway,
Bobby, you're right, Bobby. They all came in PDK, but that was the PDK Sport Chrono and the PDK. That's the difference.
Sport Chrono is a spec. Sport Chrono is a
But
spec.
but it's
Yeah,
faster lah, supposed to be.
it's very evil for Porsche to offer this Sport Chrono thing. Essentially, if you don't spec Sport Chrono, you can't even switch Sport Comfort. It's just one mode of driving. Yeah, which is pure.
Fast,
Anyway,
but
yeah,
you pay for the speed, I guess. Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
Okay. Hi, Andrew. Buy, bro, buy. My friend just bought a SVR. Ooh, the way it sounds. Yeah, that's a fantastic big SUV. And I think the RR Vogue is more handsome than the Cullinan to my eyes. Okay. I don't know about you, Nana.
I just I'm not into luxury SUVs, lah, Bobby. It
Okay.
doesn't that's me. So
Yeah, cannot do your off-road shit, right? I
yeah,
mean,
for
it
sure.
can, just that afterwards
The
it's gonna
like
cost
the
you a lot.
like the Defender attracts me. I'm like, oh, I'm a Defender guy. I'm like, oh, Defender, sexy. I like all this
You
kind
know
of
what,
like,
Nana?
uh, what?
We love how the Defender looks, right?
Yep.
And we've seen quite a few running around, right?
Mm.
The other day I was with Brian at Sepang. I saw one media drove the Defender there. And I look at the car, right? Suddenly, the very advanced design queue, everything suddenly just wear out for me. It's like
Really?
all of a sudden when I look at the car, maybe that particular one, which is pretty kosong lah. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I thought this car looked really good when it first came out. Maybe the launch edition is like fully spec, and then the one I
Because
was
there
looking
was
at
because there was
kosong.
one car, they brought in low spec to get that lower tax thing. It could have been that
Perhaps,
unit.
perhaps that one has nothing on it, right? And then I was like,
Nothing,
why this car looks so
nothing.
bland now?
They
So yeah,
got the
yeah.
lower spec unit, but yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I like it for the fact that I know the engineering behind it. I know how. I mean, that excites me. Like, wow, this guy's rugged, can do this, can do that. I can go off road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow, a lot of
never a blue
questions.
person.
A lot of
Come.
questions.
How
Come.
about this one? It's an old question. Quick one.
Okay,
I think it's
you do it.
F30 for me. You know.
Yeah, F30 for me too.
Yeah.
B8 is which one? B8 is which one? B8 is the current one, right?
B8 is the current right.
Okay, there's no argument in the fact that the Passat is more spacious, more comfortable, in fact, more quiet on the highway, uh, and handles really well, flies
Oh,
over
B8,
speed bump.
B8, B8 is the earlier one, is it? Up to
No,
2022.
B8 is this one. B8 is this one.
Still current one, huh? Yeah. Mm,
Okay.
mm,
The 328 is the pre-facelift, which has the jarring ride,
mm.
and the interior probably still okay, but still a BMW. It handles like a BMW. But the Passat feels more expensive inside, actually. And I think
Passat looks more expensive, but your touch
Mm,
it is not. That's how I would
yeah.
describe it. Like you get in the Passat, you feel like, wow, this is like Audi, this is like Audi. But the moment you touch it, and you're like, oh, this is not really Audi. So
Uh,
I have that experience when I have a Passat.
Brother Kon,
Hello.
last
Hello.
week you FFK me.
Last week. Yeah, sorry. Ah, but yeah, so glad to be here. Today I finished work a bit late and just put the kids to sleep. So yeah, man.
No, Kon, you
So
shouldn't say like
yeah,
that. You did not
mhm,
finish your day later. You earn
yeah.
more money today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
But Con, you have lost
Cleaning
a
up.
lot of weight,
Yeah, man.
You're working very hard. I
Uh,
saw Con last week and like, wow, God, really lost weight, lah. A lot.
I don't like the
oh.
Kon without tummy. I just don't like. You just
Yeah,
look
yeah, yeah,
weird
yeah.
without tummy. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
He's very
man.
uncle, no more uncle already.
Yeah.
Like a young
Can you
boy.
do me a favor, Kon?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you not cut your hair, let it grow,
Uh-huh.
and then you go to the salon and iron it, make it straight, and then you
Uh-huh.
tie a ponytail.
What? Hey, dude.
That should look pretty badass.
That also wow, that's like Terry Silver, man.
Because if you keep your uncle image, right, you should have an uncle body.
Oh.
Why you slim until like secondary school kid like that way, like totally
Hey.
flat. Wow.
I
Anyway.
see. Yeah. Hey, if I may contribute a point of view for this question, right? It is pre-facelift F30s, a lot of them, right? The interior is in pieces one. I mean, it's like it's falling apart one. That's why I observed.
Sticky armrests.
Yeah. So today we watched a pre-facelift F30, right? When I know and that was a very well cared, for example. When I look at the car, I was like, whoa. The immediate impression that caught my eye was, wow, this is an unusually well cared for specimen. Yeah.
Get one that stays in a condo lah. Don't get one that stays in a landed property.
I mean,
right?
we saw a 3 or 4 year old F30, the hybrid.
Yeah, you and I were there, right?
And that was horrible. At the same time, we saw another one which was also in good condition, lah. So I think it's more of how they used it. So I mean, and all these things that fall off the trim parts are easily available quite cheap anyway.
Yeah.
European cars, right? You buy from people who stay in condo with a covered parking, weather sealed parking, compared to landed property where they are under the sun, under the heat all the time. It's gonna show. it's gonna show.
Or if you are buying from a private seller, right? See what tin the fella is using.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
You know what I do when I buy cars? I ask them, oh, do you have kids? I ask them. So when they say they have kids, I like,
Wow, this is
I
a
think
damn good question. This is damn smart question because cars
my
with
kids
kids
destroy them,
are always
my kids destroy my
disgusting.
cars. So I tell you for the fact of you, anyone with kids, sorry, your car is horrible. Your kids will go and
Oh,
scratch their nails
oh,
and do this, so that, it's common. God.
guys, I just over the weekend I just took in a car that the kids spilled alfalfa in the car.
My kid just spilled what bubble tea in my Audi.
Oh yeah. Your mats are still at the shop.
You clean already,
There
right?
you go.
Clean already. The mats are clean already, but you still need to clean your carpets, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Later I'll arrange for you to bring your
See?
car in.
So there you go.
Yeah,
You ask for a bachelor car is better. Only got other residue.
Only the driver's seat is dirty.
Sometimes bad
Yeah.
shit lah.
Anyway, so
Okay,
on
let's move on.
every calculable, measurable benchmark, the Passat is a better car lah. But of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
the BMW still drives like a BMW, and
Yeah.
go test drive
Okay,
and find a good specimen.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Both
going to
of
catch
you-
up from the more current question and go up, Bobby. Yeah, since you're behind
Okay,
time.
yeah.
I'll finish the
Okay.
quick ones. This one,
Okay,
sorry.
Okay.
I'll finish the quick ones first. Like this one,
Mm.
I'll get the Camry. Okay, get the Camry. It's a great car, especially with the new
Oh,
spec, new engine, everything. It's a
Yes.
fantastic car, and it's
Yes.
not hybridized anymore. It's a fantastic car. All right, get the
Oh, yeah.
Camry.
Yes.
And this one, I will say W211 should be more reliable because
Mm.
E-Class has always been made to serve its primary customers, which is taxi companies in Europe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they always are very long lasting one for E-Class.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
So yeah.
Agreed.
And okay, Thana, you want to click one just now?
No, I'm just going for the bottom lah. Go ahead. This is a question for hey, hi Bobby and Tana live chat. Switching from a 21-year-old dinosaur family, money sink, taking a Toyota, but friends say hold on due to possible recession, but a higher purchase is fixed rate. Thoughts? No matter recession, no matter what, you must still drive, must make money, you must still go to work.
You still need a car. What?
Still in the car.
Yeah.
So please do not stop your life just because don't stop enjoying because the recession is here. And if you think about that, the same argument is like the people who push hard when it's recession, they get the best rewards. So don't do that.
All right. Agreed.
Okay.
And if everybody in Malaysia hold off buying stuff, we're gonna go into a recession even quicker.
Correct. Correct.
Serious.
Yes.
I mean,
That is so true.
If you still have your job, you still have your means of income, right? You can continue, spend, live your life, and we will be more resilient. Seriously.
I tell my employees staff to spend. They say why? I said support the economy, and go and spend.
Yes. You. I mean, just don't go overseas for holiday, right? You can do holiday in Malaysia. Don't spend money in other countries like Singapore, or whatnot, and just spend it here. Don't go Singapore like Thomas. Go there and spend our ringgit there.
And leave his friend with a leaking car.
Yeah, support Malaysian product. Like today, I was supposed to buy. Our dentist asked us to buy electric toothbrush for my son. So the standard brand people will buy Philips, and of course there's a lot of low price option from China, Xiaomi and all that, right? But I found a Malaysian brand, Brudi.
Really?
Chiang, fine. Brudee. Brudi. Brudee. Can you find it?
Yep, on screen.
Yeah. Do you find it? Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen.
Yeah, it's there. It's there.
Rudy, yes, Malaysian brand. It's a Malaysian brand. Look at the thing. So I bought for my whole family. All right. And for those who want to spend big money on electric bicycles, there's this Malaysian brand from
Oh
Penang,
yes, yes.
Revo, Reevo. Okay, yeah, I just bought Rudy, which is Malaysian made, Malaysian brand from Malaysia. So I bought this for my whole family. And bicycle, Revo bikes. It's beautiful. I wanted to buy, Look at this. It's the first hubless bike. It's
Yeah.
Malaysian as well. It's designed and produced in Penang.
US.
It's not some China stuff. No, it's made here. It's designed here, and it's one of the biggest Indiegogo program out there. And it's not crazy expensive. It starts from like 9,000. And look at that. It's hubless. It's so nice. I wanted to get an electric bicycle. And I think I'm getting this brand, Revo. So
Yep.
yeah, support our Malaysian products. Okay.
Trying to
Correct.
keep fit, Bobby.
Sorry.
Trying to keep fit.
Hey, I'm freaking fit though. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, for those who want to get a premium, like really nice electric bike, right? It's like, yes, it's expensive. Our ringgit drop again. It was like 12 before this. All right, but this is the full spec. This is like the full loaded stuff one. There's an entry one that is cheaper. Oh, two remaining. Oh my god. Yeah, I really wanted to buy this, but not now. Not now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Moving
Sorry
on.
for diverting.
Okay. Question about the Kia Carnival or the CX8. We spoke this before. Pro and cons between the two.
If you wanna talk it or sorry.
Well, the Kia Carnival, beautiful interior, kids love it, lot of space, but it can't be your only car. The CX8 can be your only car, and it's also
Yes.
quite nice and spacious.
I
That's
get
the
what
best
you're saying. The Carnival is bigger and better value, but
Yeah, in all
sometimes
all
it's just too big for certain occasions.
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I love the Carnival. What everybody is saying here is that the CX5 sometimes you still can zip around when you drive.
Correct.
The Carnival handles really, really well for what it
its
is,
size.
the size of it. Because I drove the Carnival and then I drove the BMW X7. All right, there is no significant difference in the way that the Carnival is in any way inferior to the X7.
Agreed.
It handles really well, and it's beautiful. I think it's prettier than the X7. But like the X7, they are huge. They are just huge. In fact, the Carnival is
so upmarket.
Imagine you drive the Carnival into Star Hills parking. Imagine you drive the Carnival into Bangsa Village. You need to turn to B2, B3.
No, but I had a question, Bobby. Can the Carnival fit a car park lot? So actually, drove the Carnival to many car park lots to park and see. Can it fit? And the answer is it can.
No.
But you must reverse in. You can't do parallel parking.
Honestly,
and it's barely fits. But it's scared lah. It's like really sketchy lah.
It's huge. Whereas the CX8 still is within the confines of the dimension of a Camry. All right.
Yeah.
So the CX8
it's not
reasonable size.
It's less intimidating in a tight space.
Yes. But value for money, definitely the Carnival. The Carnival should be worth 400,000. Just that
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's criminally underpriced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question: a tuned 328i F30 worth to own it for daily normal drive? I see no problem. I know people who has got tuned cars are perfectly fine.
Stage 1 okay lor. Stage 3 not very okay lor.
Stage 2 okay. Stage 2 okay, but stage 3 is like it's already a turbo change already. So like it will just be and again I think to quantify I know some people who's got like S8 Bobby they modify and it just pulls and pushes you and some also got nice tunes to it. I'm pro a certain brand, but certain tunes are quite horrible to drive. So you take your pick later.
Yeah, but
Mm.
George, there are so many F30 328Is out there. Take your time,
Yeah.
find
Mm.
one that is in pristine condition, negotiate the price, get it through an inspection,
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Good tires,
just
Bobby, for 8 to 50.
wow, so many out there. Just
Yeah.
buy within your means of budget, right? I
Correct.
mean, if you don't do crazy driving, there's no point getting UUHP tires.
Yep.
You can get some pretty good tires. I mean, buy it from big brands. I would say that's a safe
Yeah.
way. That's a safe way to gauge. I'm not someone who will go for eco tires because
Mm.
if your car is on eco tires, means there's low rolling resistance, and you can only achieve low rolling resistance by reducing grip.
Mm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
no two ways about it. This was
And
told to me by Continental's engineer in Germany. They told me they will never embark on eco tires because eco tires means reduced grip.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right. So there's a lot of good tires, out there.
Mm.
All right, just yeah, you won't go wrong if you buy something where big
From a,
manufacturers use as well.
a
Yeah.
reputable maker lah. A reputable maker. Yeah.
okay.
All right.
We'll go for this one. Default. But collect the Xc90 T8 told by salesperson if you install a dash cam and hit it by unauthorized panel, it'll void the warranty.
No
Really?
such thing.
Huh?
No such
It's-
thing. Your salesperson isn't being honest. Okay.
Your salesperson
However,
probably wants you.
However, if you install your dash cam and hardwire it to your car, they have a basis to void your warranty. But if you
Correct.
just install the dash cam and plug it into a 12-volt socket, no,
No.
right?
Mm.
Yeah.
No such thing. Okay, so don't trust that salesperson.
Mm.
Okay.
Just tell him that Bobby tells him to be more honest. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Cx5 Petrol Diesel. Pick one.
I'm a petrol guy, but Mazda
Yeah.
diesel is best diesel.
Yeah.
To
But
me-
if you take diesel, the diesel engine is best to go with all-wheel drive lah. That's what I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Okay, I don't mind Mazda diesel. Put it that way. I do
Mm.
not mind Mazda diesel, and the new
I
Kia Carnival diesel as well. That's very
Yeah.
good. No smell.
I don't mind Mazda diesel, but the problem is the Mazda diesel doesn't give as much mileage as normal diesel would. It's
Yes.
like
They don't.
not
They
here or
don't.
there. So to me, it's like why must I go for
It's-
diesel when the petrol is good enough? Is
Bro,
way
it's
better.
yeah. True.
Exactly.
Mazda
Why
makes
buy
the most. Mazda makes the most fuel efficient petrol and the least fuel efficient diesel.
Yeah. So why buy
Even
diesel? I
though
don't
the
understand.
diesel,
And the Mazda's diesels, right? Is the most petrol-like in their behavior.
yes. Okay, I need to explain to everybody that Mazda did not fumble in their diesel attempt. It was intentional because they
Correct.
realized that under extreme high compression of diesel, that's where the smog and the harmful fumes are created. So
Correct.
Mazda actually makes the highest compression petrol and the lowest compression diesel. And
Correct.
their diesel compression is low so that it doesn't create the what do you call that? I forgot what's that called?
The nitrous oxide.
Yes, the black particles that are very harmful to the environment and creates that bad
soot.
smell.
Soot.
Yeah, the
Soot, is it?
soot.
Yeah.
So Mazda diesels are intentional, but granted, it's still a diesel. So let's say your petrol average out can do 550 km. The diesel would do 650 to 700 km.
Correct.
But unlike a BMW diesel that can squeeze out 900 km, okay?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
the difference.
Like this guy.
So it's a midway point between their diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean
it's
Mazda
crazy.
diesel.
Yeah. BMW diesel is crazy,
Yeah.
crazy fuel efficient, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Local car question lah. Let's do one lah. Alza
Okay.
or Etiga? Neither, bro.
How about
Exora.
yeah,
Way better.
Exora is still for sale.
yeah.
Exora to me is a
Oh,
better
Artiga
car.
is no more for sale, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry?
For no
Artiga
more,
is no
no more.
longer for it's no longer
Oh,
sold.
Ertiga no longer for sale. Then get the Exora. Exora is a great car. It's a good
Yeah.
car. Alza,
I'll-
Alza is also very good. I mean, I'll get
I'll
the
give you
Alza
a-
over the Ivy.
I'll give you a curveball and ask you to look at the expander. Lah. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, expanded,
Yes.
but different price point,
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
It's 50%
Yeah.
more expensive. It's 50% more expensive. But if you can get a slightly used one, Expander is a great car.
Mm.
Expander is a great car.
Oh yes,
Alright.
the handling is surprisingly good.
Yeah,
Okay.
for what it is. All right.
Okay. Back to BM F30, B48, or N20, or
B48.
B48
B48.
all day long.
Hands
B48.
down.
Yeah,
Hands down.
just get the B48.
all day long.
Crazy good engine. Yeah.
Fantastic engine. Okay. I saw this question. I'll quickly answer Nielsen. Sorry for asking so long ago. Took me an hour to answer you. Generally, the common Japanese cars can loan up to 15-year-old of the car's age. All right. Some really popular German cars like Mercedes, BMW, you still can get loan even though it's after 10 years. Sometimes depends on the banker, depends on the model as well. All right. Yeah. Okay. What's next? Let's answer quick questions. People ask us.
Okay. Terry,
Goodbye.
question about suspension coil buffers for reducing body roll. Looking about cheaper alternative to adjustables.
Answers.
It's a cheap fix, but it's not adjustable, So
Yeah.
and it's like how you imagine your house got a hole, you press on a hole here, got hole here, hole here. You gotta do holistically. You want ultra racing bar, now the thing is stiff. Then you want to do this and stiff, then it will cause squeaking here, squeaking there. So I would say save the money up and get good shocks, good shocks, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Never good idea to patch and do a patch job, no. Okay. A new car driver, a new driver wants to buy a fun car below 30K. They won't get in trouble from my V.
Coming from a Myvi Swift Sport, lor. Get a used Swift Sport.
What year
Won't
Swift
get you
Sport
in
can get
trouble.
below 90? Yeah.
Below 30.
Below 30. Yeah.
I think the first gen Swift Sport is there, right? Or even a Swift lah. A Swift handles just as well. But you really want to go from Myvi to an old Swift Sport? Is that really what you want? Wow,
30 grand budget. Oh, 30 grand budget for a Swift, right? You only get the 1.5 only.
Oh, you don't get a Swift Sport?
No.
You don't even get the more recent model.
Swift Sport is what engine?
1.6.
Got 20K the first gen.
There is a 2007 Swift Sport. Whoa.
Yes,
1.6.
first gen. You still get. All right. Yeah, you can get a Swift Sport, which is essentially a hot hatch without the hot hatch power, but warm hatch power.
Fun, very fun car. Reliable, well built. Parts can be a bit expensive sometimes, but
Bobby, earlier the guy had a Myvi, want to go to your Swiss Sport. This guy, another question, he turned in his Swiss Sport for a new Myvi. The problem, he really disliked the Myvi. Should I trade the Myvi?
I mean, that's the thing. One can corner, one cannot corner, right? So the Swift can corner. Yeah. All right. So
funny, man.
And a great handling car is your first line of defense when it comes to
Yeah.
safety. All right, you see there's so many Bezas just suddenly losing out of control and all that because that car just inherently isn't made to handle
Someone,
well. Yeah.
someone was talking to me yesterday, and they're talking about 1.4 Golf versus a 2.0 Golf GTI, and I said I'm not sure I can handle the power, and I said, well, power and handling is actually safety because it lets you get out of dangerous positions, and people forget about that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, right, Nigel, if you're looking to trade your Myvi in, I think you are quite a hatchback guy, right? Here is something that I just stumbled on Muda.
Mm. Mm.
It's I have not seen them at this price, but this is a 2015 120i facelift at 98,800.
I can't see what's being shared on the screen.
Yang,
It's
your connection.
I'll do it. No, no, no.
I'm seeing a blank screen.
Yeah,
Oh, Chiang's connection.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, but today's connection really bad.
yeah.
I'll share once again, guys. Share screen.
Let's do a speed test.
Can you see it?
It's loading.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ooh, my God, quite new.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, just last month, a friend of mine was looking for these, right? And they were all asking above 100, the 120i.
Is it because of us?
Could be.
Anyway, yeah, that's a
Anyway.
good choice, but it's 90 plus. So, Nigel, not sure about your budget,
Budget lah.
right? But the Suzuki Swift is really a great car. Great
Yeah.
car.
Mm.
All right.
Okay, how about this one? Moving into a Conti car, A5 versus 330i versus S5. Maybe I think
Why
it's
A5 versus
different year lah. I think lah. This is the pricing right now.
Yeah.
Different year. Thoughts on comfort, drive, maintenance, fuel consumption on these three.
I'll just assume he's talking about the current generation lah. All right. If it is about the current generation, then I think all three are reliable. All three are really comfortable. 330i depends on which suspension it is on. If it is I heard that they have updated the suspension. It's no longer as jarring. But I can safely say the one with the best resale value here would be the S5. You will always get better resale with a performance model. All right.
And as for fuel consumption, right, VAG and BMW engines are generally very fuel efficient versus the performance that they offer.
Yeah. But a 3-liter turbo will be significantly higher when you compare to a 2-liter turbo. Right? It's
correct.
Significantly higher. Okay. And given the fuel price now, the day I refuel my car, one day, right, one car refuel 450, another car refuel 320 or 330.
Damn.
Like, afternoon and night, it's like, I spend like, oh my God.
It's like you're for some people that's a month of car installments, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, right? Crazy.
I'm already on octane boosters, Bobby. all my cars are
right? Again, Thana, one day, one fine day, the cheapest petrol we can pump will be 10 ringgit within our lifetime. That day will come. We just have to get used to it.
Yeah.
You have read about e-fuel, right? Porsche has invested in a company for e-fuel. That's coming up. So when that happens, it's going to be $8. 8 ringgit when the day comes. So there you go. You're there. Now they're at $40, I think, per liter.
All right, Justin. There's a reason the X Trails are below 60K for being 6 years old. That's because quite a number of the owners have changed their gearbox. Okay, so up to you. I mean, I I think there are a lot of options out there for
Yeah.
SUVs. And the X Trail, even though there are 7 seats, is more like a 5+2. The +2 at
Yeah.
the back is even your kids won't enjoy sitting at the back. All right. So there are a lot of options out there, and I don't
I
think that's
personally,
the best way.
I personally don't like the drive feel of the car, Bobby. I know when we bought the Almera that same year, we bought just of the X Trail.
Yeah.
We booked and canceled because it was like the four-wheel drive. It's a little bit better, but it doesn't have the grip. The two-wheel drive, it feels floaty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I couldn't feel the car, and also the ground clearance wasn't high enough. So for an SUV, the clearance of
Yeah.
the X Trail
Yeah.
is not where it should be lah. So I wasn't a fan lah. So
I see. Let me find him an alternative.
mm.
Uh,
But it's a
which
good
is
city,
also
I
on
guess.
sorry, Tana.
I think it's okay for like town driving and stuff, but you want to do SUV stuffish, like SUV stuff and going a bit on some odd terrain, whatever, it doesn't fit the purpose lah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Let me suggest a 2016 Subaru Forester.
Oh, great choice.
Yeah, which is about
Great
60K as well. It's not as handsome as the X Trail, but it also
Definitely
doesn't
more.
it also doesn't look as old as an X Trail because Subarus are just perpetually ugly, so they all look the same. So you don't feel
Yes.
like you're driving an old car.
It's
And
more value, I guess.
it's a Subaru.
Oh,
The Subaru
this is great value, man.
Better value.
comfortable. It's the ride is nice, and it costs 60K. It's not expensive,
It's a lot
and
of car for the money.
The infotainment in the actual wasn't good anyway. So in that sense, for the cost,
you
you get
can throw the infotainment away. Just put an Android
yeah.
screen
So
there.
so
Yeah.
so they're equally bad both them lah. So I think it's fine.
Yeah.
That's what's the
But
point.
with the Subaru, there's no doubt you're getting a superior drivetrain.
Oh yeah.
Superior
Yeah.
drivetrain.
Subaru is one of those things like it's the if you close your eye and drive the car, you can't. You're like, wow, this car's fantastic. You open your eyes, like, what am I driving?
Yeah. Yeah. The cabin build does not reflect the quality of running gear underneath.
Mm. I'm actually thinking about this. How many people out there would have never ever in their life driven a Subaru SUV? And that's a lot of people now, I think, in the
Yeah.
population. They won't understand how the boxer engine feels, how the center of gravity is low, how it handles corners. You would have never felt
Yes.
that. You know.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you guys, if possible, go out there, test drive a Subaru SUV.
Yeah.
Your mind is blown on what an SUV can do after driving a
Yeah.
Subaru.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Uh,
But yeah, ugly.
okay, this one. Let's help Amir. He wants a 7-seater but doesn't want an MPV.
SUV lo?
Yeah, SUV, but practical,
Okay.
reliable,
For-
mid-size.
Ford Everest, the after my version, the newer one, the new looking, the two-wheel drive version, not four-wheel drive version. That one is not an off-road thing, but it's an SUV. It's
They have a
seven-seater.
two-wheel driver in our market.
They had two-wheel drive one, but none of the guys wanted lah because like we want a for four-wheel drive, so it's very cheap for the price lah. It's like 110K whatever, very rare.
Oh, okay.
But it's there lah. You're talking about way different in pricing like one is a 200K car, one is like 10K car.
You know what's funny? I was on Muda on my phone, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at 3 generations of Subaru Legacy, all of them around 60K.
Yes.
3 generation.
Woo.
3 generation of Legacy, all around 60 plus thousand. That's damn cute, right? That's damn funny, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, this is not bad. Oh,
Exactly. Very comfortable, very modern in interior. Diesel 2.2, very common and drivetrain with the Ranger. But these are all two-wheel drives, lah. Not four-wheel drive, like it's just cheap.
I wasn't aware they had a two-wheel drive model in our market.
Yeah.
But Tana, how do you argue Everest over what's the Toyota equivalent? What's that called?
Fortuner.
Fortuner.
Fortuner is horrible,
Yes.
Bobby. Right, horrible. Please, I
Why?
don't want the Fortuner. The Fortuner, the way the spring load is held in the back, it's a bit harsh, So without any load, it just
Yeah.
the back is a bit more crashy.
Mm.
The Ford
Yeah.
Everest for a passenger SUV, very comfortable driving, And another one is
Actually,
the Ford Fortuner, the back sorry the Toyota Fortuner, the back seats fold up this way, so your driver it always like clack 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 a sound one. The Everest it
Wow.
folds up flush inside the floor and it's very
mm,
clean. The
mm.
design aspect, what you get money back, the Ford Everest, it's fantastic. Fortuner, too bad I'm not a fan lah.
But the
Sorry.
Toyota will be
But
very low maintenance, right, compared to the
correct,
Everest.
They put
correct.
they put
Compared
they
to a
put
Ford.
diesels. What maintenance? What I had a bad mechanic. Okay, I had a bad mechanic. But 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 and also and so probably anybody with an
Yes.
old diesel, they're
Yes.
struggling with all the bad fuels in the past. So if you buy a newer diesel now, you are
Yeah.
lucky because you have got better fuel in your car. So
But actually, right, the best driving.
I just want to hide my mouth.
okay, laugh, laugh. But I solved a problem when I had a rock mechanic. But yeah, this is fantastic. Babe. Look at this.
Okay, I agreed in the fact that I just love how Fords ride.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They ride
yeah.
really well.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
And I
but
think 90,000 for what year? This Everest?
is a bargain.
Hmm.
It's a
What year?
bargain. 2016, I saw.
I was
Okay.
even thinking, Bobby,
90K.
like
Yeah.
how do I put a 4-wheel drive gearbox into this? Like I was thinking about this because it'll be fantastic. It'll be great if I could do it.
No, I'm pretty damn sure it's more cost effective to just buy the 4-wheel drive, right?
No, no. Okay, check. How much is the 4-wheel drive version? There's one, right? Very rare, lah. It'll be in the market, lah. But it'll be a 2.0 titanium
Ah,
impactor or something.
damn, Tana, you are just a sucker for pain, man.
Yeah. See, how much is it?
Anyway, I think
Uh,
for
see,
Afif Amir's budget, I think
SUV, lah.
there are quite a number
SUV.
of used. Okay, let's put it this way: his budget, right? He can get a pretty used Prado as well,
Okay,
which is
good,
one
good
segment,
choice. Good choice.
right?
Good choice. I agree. I
One
agree.
segment above the Fortuner, and it's a freaking reliable Toyota, and it looks the bomb, and people
Yep.
will still offer loans for these kind of Toyotas.
Yep.
Banks are happy to loan.
But depending what
So
year, lah, because the older Prados, the handling right, but
okay, they cannot compare to Ford. I would say that in
yeah,
terms of ride, in terms
Yeah.
of handling, but you cannot argue that the maintenance part, the average will be comparable to a Toyota, right? Toyota 4-wheel drive, especially, which is indestructible.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, Tana is an Everest owner. He may digress.
I I I agree on certain parts, like you're right, like drive
Mhm.
shaft and all that stuff. Yeah, it's costly, like, but,
来了。
but
It's not peeling already. It's like what Nicholas said. It's a self peeling onion. It's like
but because no, that's also because I can't comment because I've never driven a Hilux. I've never owned a Hilux, so I can't comment, like, what's the cost of this.
yeah.
Like people say it's acceptable. I mean, I haven't actually owned one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can tell from
So you
what I
see, a
spent, like.
2011 Land Cruiser Prado, banks will be happy to offer you loans still, even though it's 10 years old. 120,000 on these type of Toyota is considered 12,000. Okay lah. I
Yeah.
over exaggerate a bit lah. But they last. They freaking last. Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, 2.7 quite weak.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this kind of cars, you have to go for the diesel.
Yeah.
hmm.
Mm.
So the diesel will be lesser maintenance, lah. So
Mm. Okay. Come. What else? Once we
this
pick
is
the
interesting.
question, let's.
Okay, a new Civic RS or a used Passat. You know what I'll say, right?
Passat for me. Then again, the new Civic really is not bad.
Yeah. I mean, Civics has never been bad, right? There are no Civics,
Yeah.
especially. I mean, maybe the FB. I don't like the FB. Uh, yeah. So, I mean, we don't hear huge problems with VWs these days,
Yep.
and Honda's after sales cannot be compared to Toyota anyway. They're different. Yeah, I mean, I think you go and test drive both. Both are good cars, and one is a new car, right? A used 4-year-old car. There may be maintenance stuffs you need to look at. Whereas you buy a Honda brand new, you're covered for and all that. All right. Again, I would say I would take this budget and get a used Accord lah, if you want a sedan, you know. But the new Civic is actually really nice, the way it looks, right?
Yeah. And the interior build is a big step up from the previous gen.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take this budget and buy a used Mazda 6.
Okay. Now,
Oh, just like this guy, Adrian Joseph Denoy. Yeah.
I mean, if you are eyeing a Mazda 6, go for a Mazda
Get
6.
the Mazda 6. All right. Get the Mazda 6. Okay.
okay, Abang Kon, this is for you, I think. Same
Abang
price. E92, N54, 35 DCT or F30, N55, 55i. I drove the E92 the other day. A very harsh tune one. I was like, oh my god, it's so powerful. I'm so impressed. You know, it's one of those things.
N55 certainly more reliable than N54, right?
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of people told me that the tuning capabilities of the N54 is higher. That's interesting. Because it employs a twin turbo design versus a single twin scroll turbo design. And I mean E92, N54, you have all the common things people already know. BMW already released updated parts, the high pressure fuel pump and all that. It's all updated already. So the owner might have changed to those. But a two-door E92 335i is actually really something special because they are still trading for like what 120K, all right, which is similar to the F30 price.
Yeah.
But this is a rare instance, right, where the F30 335i, right, in our market is much rarer than the E92 335i.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. F30, right, I think 335 are probably not more than 20 units in Malaysia, if I'm being very, very optimistic.
But one's like a precursor to a 4 Series, one is a 3 Series. Shape wise, looks wise.
I mean, of course, if you are talking about what you call it, if you're talking about a regular, say, E92 325 versus an F30 320i, the choice is easy lah, right? You always go for E92. But what I'm saying is, if you're talking about the rarity stakes, the F30 335 is actually rarer than the E92.
But looks wise.
Oh, of course, the E92 looks nicer lah.
Me too. I prefer how the E92 looks.
Same here. I like the E92 honestly, like, so
it's freaking beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's way prettier than the 4 Series as well. It's just beautiful.
So my vote is the E92.
You know what's funny? I don't like the facelift E92. Really? I like the pre-facelift. Yeah. The facelift, there's an eye bag, there's a bulging eye bag in the facelift.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Actually,
this one is the facelift. That's the facelift. And I love the dashboard layout of the E92, especially the one without the iDrive. The flat dashboard. Maybe I'm sick of those. But get the F30 lah. It's newer, you get iDrive, you get all that, 4-door.
You get the less temperamental HP.
You get a loan.
Yeah, you can get a loan, versus a cash buy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Small crossovers. CHR, HRV, CX3.
First car I rule out would be the CX3. It's just too small.
Yeah.
Too
HRV is the more. HRV is the most practical choice.
Agreed.
Yeah, and the CHR is stylish. It's still stylish to this day. So
Oh yes, yes. I think
uh,
CHR probably holds its value the best, and
I
CHR has the nicest driving chassis.
Yeah, I never
yeah,
thought about that. The value holds, CHR.
Yeah.
it's rare.
Right.
I like the CHR. I still like the CHR. I mean,
Yeah.
I would pick the CHR out of these three.
Yeah. Actually, me too.
But I
fact-
can't
the
fault
fact-
the HRV. I can't fault
the,
the HRV.
the
Yeah.
fact he wants a small crossover,
Hmm.
then if you can live with CHR as being small enough, you know what? It looks nice.
CHR.
I think the really small one here is the CX3. It's like
Oh
one size smaller than the other two,
no, the
right?
CX3 is basically a raised Mazda 2. It
Yeah.
doesn't even have a center armrest.
You know what's
Like
funny? When Kon test drove the CX3, right? He couldn't even fit his child seat into the back
Yeah.
seats.
Yeah.
There's
My
no
God.
way of getting his child seat in. He just couldn't. It's too small.
Yeah.
That car should just exist as a two-door crossover. You know, the rear doors are
Yeah.
useless because it's so small.
Yeah.
Right? You might as well be a two-door. Just like how I
HRV.
tell people the first gen Evoque, right? The first gen Evoque, the rear seats are so small, you might as well just buy the two-door version and have a
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
What else? Going through the list here.
Let's look at car buying questions. All right.
Car buying
Uh,
question.
This one is which generation? 15, 16 is which one? Is it the
15,
old one?
16. It should be the
2016 Peugeot 3000.
yeah. It's the yellow is
He's asking 308 or 3008? 308, right?
308.
Oh, that's the new one already.
Yeah lah, that's the current one already.
Yeah, new one not as bad. Not as bad as the previous one. It's just not as good looking as the previous one now. No, it's not. It's not as bad as what people say. The 308 has a very bad reputation because of the previous generation, but this generation, you don't hear big problems with it. So, given the reputation, the resale value should be very cheap. So, go for it. It's okay. Okay. Come.
Okay, house one. Okay.
Hey, CLS to Volvo. Why? Wait. Where's just not the one?
I mean, as much as I rate the S60 highly, make no mistake, you are making a step down in terms of your segment.
Yes.
You are making a step down.
Which CLS is this? That's the second gen, right?
That's the second gen one, no?
Wow, the handsome one, lah.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I'll kick the CLS. I mean, there's no way it can compare to the S60 in terms of power, comfort, drive, even handling. Can't compare to the S60. But like what you said, solid 1, 2, 3. The design of the CLS is just so beautiful, and it totally looks like a 700,000 ringgit car.
And
whereas the S60 looks like a 250,000 car.
Let's put it this way. If you were to say buy the S60 alongside the CLS, go ahead. But you're not making a trade up if you are selling the CLS.
I really have a soft spot for this CLS.
Yeah.
Actually, I should get a used one just to comfort Mercedes-Benz, because they always are not happy that I and this generation has a footrest.
Yeah. The only thing is that this generation, they didn't have one with a 3-liter turbo, right? It's like the 3.5.
They have the CLS 400 in the facelift.
Yes. Okay.
Still selling for unreasonably high price if you are able to find one.
Yeah.
And actually I like this CLS a lot. There's a 63 for sale.
How much?
I cannot. I mean, if I haven't got my RS6, I would have sort of tinkered with that thought, but gotten the RS6, so cannot think about it anymore. It's like 300 plus the 63. Anyway, I found a CLS 400 for not so reasonable. Okay lah,
Wow.
reasonable, like 240k.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, Facebook.
180,000.
That's
Chiang, can you
yeah.
let me send to Chiang. Oh, Chiang, what do you find? No, don't go away, Chiang, don't. You,
180,000.
no, I saw the 60.
180,000.
Are you sure? No lah, that one you see is 3498cc one.
Yeah
That's
lah.
just a 3.
269. Oh, the one I saw a wagon, Chiang. Okay. Anyway, Chiang, I just sent you a beautiful bright red CLS 400 at 240,000. Thana, you were saying you found what 180,000? So cheap.
No, it's wrong lah. You're wrong. Earlier was a mistake lah.
This one is this was a Recon. The headlights look low spec.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cannot be No. Zoom up. No, that's the full sky headlamp. That's the multi-beam.
Oh.
It's a multi-beam.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mercedes CLS 63 AMG.
No.
Oh, this one, Thana! I love this one.
The same age 6 Grand Coupe will go for what? 180, 200?
Oh yeah. I get a Grand Coupe. Anyway, Chiang, come. Oh, Thana, this is my. I have a soft spot for this CLS. Really, Chiang, come.
Sure.
Oh, cannot. The thoughts of is there. The thoughts of that is there. I always love how the Mercedes is. This is the wagon, bro. Look at it, Thana.
380 oh.
Yeah,
Not
it's
bad,
expensive. But come on, look at it. Look at the rear. Look at the way the tail, the design. Look at these special buttons and gear knob for AMG. Oh, this is the keeper, bro. Thana, please.
Well, if you're buying a V8, you can't go wrong with an AMG.
Thana, please, Thana, please.
It's like I can't afford an AMG GT, so buy this instead lah.
Yes, Thana. Yes, Thana. Then throw away all your rubbish projects and get something.
This is a 5.5 supercharged, right?
Yes, be a responsible car guy, Thana. Please show some responsibility to the car community, Thana. Look at this, bro. Oh my god. Yeah. So nice. Oh.
Anna, I'm just imagining what the kind of things you would do if you were to buy this car.
I mean, I always feel that cars need to fit their purpose. What you do it for. In my current lifestyle, it doesn't fit what I do lah.
I'm just
because it's not me lah. You know what I mean?
I mean, we are talking about a guy who just painted his own Boxster.
So yeah. Not that it was fit. Maybe if I was staying somewhere else, and I no lah. Have lesser number of cars, so no lah. Bobby, don't be scared, lah. Don't be sad.
Thana, you think about the entry and exit price.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Omar.
Anyway, yeah. My god!
It's like this. If I was staying, let's say, in countryside, we go for picnics and stuff in the wagon. I think it's a beautiful idea to do that. But then, if in Malaysia, what am I doing with a wagon? You know, as the sedan is fine, but a wagon, no lah. For me, no lah. For me, no. Unfortunately, not a.
You need a replacement for your A6, right?
Yeah, correct.
And once your hybrid is back, you're gonna sell it, right?
Yep.
And how do I say it?
We will get there. Chiang, trust me, we will get there. We'll get there. That's not.
So yeah lah, I know lah. The
Uh,
A8 would fit a better purpose, you know.
Yeah,
this
yeah
one.
lah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It has to be something that yeah, it's
Okay,
purpose-driven lah.
okay.
There is an
They
hybrid.
give you a reason, Thana. That wagon can carry all the car parts for your E36, for your
And your
MG,
Boxer.
your Boxster.
Well, none of them need parts now. Everything is fine, running fine, all are good.
No, they will all break down next week.
Cannot buy a wagon, so but a spare engine in it. Buy a
Okay,
pickup,
let's
bro.
answer
Buy a
some
pickup truck.
serious questions. Okay, is an XC90 at 160K now? I can't believe it.
Really?
I cannot believe it.
I don't think they are
Serious?
there, leh.
2015 Volvo Xc90, but there are so many around, right? We wouldn't know. Oh yes, they are at 170,000 range already.
Is there a T5?
Should be T8, right? T8.
Is there a non-hybrid?
No, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid.
No,
The
is there,
first
wow.
one-
is there
Only
a
one
non-hybrid
lah.
version?
The rest,
Only one lah.
yeah, lor. There's one T8 going for 165, 2016. You know.
Yeah. So, of course, the new CX5, you know, hassle-free, and 7-year-old XC90. Oh my God, the XC90 still looks just as fresh. The design.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm someone who's not afraid of. Wait, it's a hybrid. I may be afraid of hybrid.
But if you are going hybrid, the Volvo is a safer bet than a BMW, lah.
Yeah, especially the first gen.
Mm.
Especially the first gen. So, is there a T5? Is there a T5? Volvo XC90 T5. Let's see. There must be a few, but prices should be higher or lower. Oh, the old one for T5. New one, no use one. No use one for T5. Nope. So yeah. Because the X5 and the XC90 both are hybrids, so once they are 7 years old, you know the battery is only warranty for 8 years. In fact, the first batch they are not even warranty for 8 years. So if the battery goes, there you go. So CX5 may be a safer bet. Granted, that being said, paying 170K for an XC90 is a freaking bargain. I've known friends who have bought the car in 2014, late 2014. They're still running around now. No problems with their hybrid system. There's one that is from 2015. He's been racking up 250,000 km mileage. Still no problem. So depends on your luck. Okay, if you're getting the hybrids. All right. Yeah.
Never again.
What else? I think there's a lot of question, right? Okay,
Yes.
Cayman or E300 or GLC Coupe. If you ask like that, of course, I'll ask you to get a Cayman now. All right, since it's not a definite need that you need the rear seats and all that. All right.
But between these, right, I think the E300 is the one that looks and feels the most expensive.
The current E300 over a Cayman, is it? I would go for the Cayman.
Yeah.
I
mean, whatever said and done, it's still a.
It's still a
Porsche. Still a Porsche. All right. Still a Porsche.
Sad to say,
this one, This
But
one you
yeah.
can buy. The 3-liter engine is reliable, so you can go for it. It's a reliable 3-liter straight
Yeah.
six
Yeah.
engine from BMW. Makes close to like what 270 horsepower
Yeah,
or less than
yeah,
that.
slightly less lah.
I forgot. I forgot the horsepower.
260 thereabouts lah.
Yeah, it's a great car. It's a lot of car for the money. All right, it's a lot of car. What's that? Ordered my car in
Actually, I'm
blah,
going to take
blah,
this question. Focus, Fluence, and Strato for 35K budget. Leaning towards the Ford for the handling, but concerned with the ownership cost. Any reliable alternatives that does not compromise on reliability? The Focus
Strato
is the Focus. The main concern is the DCT lah, no doubts about it. You do have to, yeah. But the handling is definitely superior to the Fluence and the Cerato. Cerato, of course, is the best in terms of reliability. But if you want a reliable alternative, since you dare to consider Ford, right? For this money, you can consider BMW E90.
Wow, from Ford to BM.
I think he is talking about cars that are still under loan. That's why he
E90
ended
still
up.
can loan, right? Because a 35K Focus is the same age as an E90, 2012.
Focus, no way 2012 still holding at 35K lah. Focus.
Oh,
I
God.
think he's talking about 2016 or 15.
Hey, 2014 2014 also can get Focus.
No, what I mean is he is aftering more recent cars.
Yeah, something more recent something more recent.
You can tell already. You look at his choice, right?
Yeah.
All left field choice, right?
Yeah, the Fluence is quite new lah.
Confirm is newer one, Con. You look at 2015 or 2016 and see. Should be.
The EcoBoost is much higher.
Yeah, got so strong.
EcoBoost is much higher. The EcoBoost is like a 20K gap over the 2.0.
So 2016 still pretty high. 2015 immediately 20 something thousand. 2015. See?
Yeah.
Immediately.
Because it's the top converter gearbox.
No, 2015 is DCT, right?
If it's the 1.5, it's the torque converter.
2-liter leh?
2-liter is the DCT.
It's DCT, it's the VCT gearbox.
That's why you see there's a gap in the pricing.
Yeah.
All the EcoBoost one 50 plus K still.
Yeah. I love the engine though, but the gearbox will kill you lah.
Yeah.
The gearbox will kill them lah. The Fluence is cheap, but
it's a Sylphy underneath the Fluence.
Yeah lor. What else? 2015.
But I would say you can go for the Ford lah, because at 35K, what's there to lose?
It's the upfront now. When something goes right, they need to fork out the money to fix it.
True.
That's
if you say then 35K need to take loan, I also scratch head already.
Let me help him. Oh, this one more expensive. Okay, I found a cheaper one. 2015 Inspira.
Oh
yeah, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can't go wrong with this.
Okay.
All right, get the Inspira.
Yeah.
Be it a 1.8 manual or 2-liter CVT, it's okay.
Oh, okay. Good choice.
Okay. Inspira, you get better handling than the like the Fluence or Cerato.
Fluence and Cerato, not at focus level.
It's not focus level, but hey, parts are plenty. I think it's the most handsome car amongst these three. The Inspira is the handsome one. All right. So get an Inspira. Okay. Blah blah blah. Stanley, 2021 Mini Cooper. Buy.
Buy. Can't
Oh,
go
I have a
wrong.
soft spot for this car as well. I have a soft spot for this car, Tana. Seriously.
I,
I tell
I,
you what,
I,
once in a while, it's an oddball Mercedes I like.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah. I mean the R class Facebook group lah. Like at one point I was looking at MPVs. I was looking at this, then so,
You were
so
thinking of
yeah,
buying
yeah.
one?
I and then but it's really oddball lah, correct lah. It's
I like it,
cheap.
especially the long wheelbase, bro.
Mm,
I tell you, it's like it's
crazy.
the resale value is like it's like Ford S Max kind of resale
Yeah.
value. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you see, even one that's still under loan, the facelift one, right? It's like 140K. It's a beautiful car.
And one of those cars when you drive this Mercedes, the people like, what Merc is this, And then they can't put a
Yeah,
price. They can't put a price on the car. You know what I mean?
Mm.
yeah. And then you get the
and
long wheelbase version, right? It's like damn cool.
mm,
Mhm. Mhm.
Con is like, what the hell, these two old men.
Hey,
I
it's
was
a
I was
legit choice, man.
I was crazy into MPVs. I was like looking at all MPVs, all one. S-Max was actually one of the cars that was on top of my list. But, but yeah.
Hey, Dana, if anybody else in Horizon is fit for an S Max, you are.
Really, yeah. One time, I think about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
this is after my wife knows you, God, he knows your car I drive, right? She's like, wow, hey, look at the car, wow, very handsome, very sharp looking, I said, it's a S Max, the one that Con drives, Yeah, man,
Mm.
looks like a brand new car, oh. So
Okay,
for
Chiang, I
her,
send you a link.
car person, she's like, wow, car looks good on the highway.
Chiang, I send you a link. Come.
Apa.
Argue with me. Argue with me the price. Tana, come.
What is that?
Argue with me.
I can't wait to see it.
Ooh.
Hey, come lah, Chiang. No lah. The one I send you is 2010 facelift some more without that
Oh,
ugly peanut headlamp. And this is a long wheelbase version, Tana.
yeah.
60K. And 3-liter road tax is reasonable compared to 3.5.
Reasonable.
I mean,
Correct.
this is the price of a Exora high spec.
Oh my God!
But
Look at
you
that rear.
Look
Is it
at the
original?
leg room
Yeah.
and the non-touchscreen iPad. Right?
Mm.
Look at that.
My son's
Yeah.
kindy. One guy has this black color and nicely coated. Every time he drives the car, like wow, the car looks new. The car looks new and sporty and I mean for MPV it looks
Yes.
sporty and yeah, it looks nice.
I tell you, you swap in some 21-inch VIP wheels, darken the window.
Mm.
It's
Hoyo.
It has
it's a Wagon S class.
it has a Q7 vibe to it. I don't know how to
Yeah.
describe
And
it.
Tana, when you after you darken the windows, make sure every time when you step out of the car, it must be in sunglasses. With a straight face.
It's nice. It's really nice. Izudin, I like your choices. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Topilas just sent me a Volkswagen Nisa concept, which is Volkswagen's version of the R class.
Oh,
Yeah. The proportions and profiles. Let me send the link to Jiang. But I think they didn't produce this. They were supposed to make this for China market, I think, at the time. And then all of a sudden, and Nisa is a Chinese folklore, like child hero or some shit like that. Anyway, Jiang, you found the yeah. It's Volkswagen's
see it.
R class. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
wait,
this
okay,
concept is 2006, 2006. Anyway, yeah, it's an R class.
Okay.
I need the MPV lah.
So this is as good an MPV as any.
Yeah.
Anyway, this car isn't for sale, right? Let's see what other questions. Okay, another one. 2.2 diesel or 2.5 petrol. Really need an advice. Which one got four-wheel drive?
Right now, brand new, neither.
Oh,
The only one with four-wheel drive now is the 2.5 turbo.
Oh.
Mm.
oh,
Mm.
I see.
And I honestly will not recommend the diesel without all-wheel drive.
Too powerful, right?
Yeah, it wheel spins too easily. Too much torque for front-wheel drive.
But it's more fun than just revving up the. It has the torque, lah, right? On the
Oh yeah,
highway.
it does. It does.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying like coming out of a junction, you full throttle the car, right?
Yeah.
So
No, but here's
in
the
this
thing:
respect,
you can wheel
in
spin
this
without
respect,
full throttling.
I would recommend you to go with the diesel, lah. In this respect, lah.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, get the
Why?
2.2 diesel, lah.
Why?
Over the 2.5 petrol, I think. If it's 2.5 turbo, I don't know lah. 2.5. I mean,
The
both are good.
2.5 turbo is a very is a bit ridiculous, the 2.5 turbo.
Yeah, it's too ridiculous. Mazda diesels are nice, just nice.
Mm.
Yep.
But 2.5 petrol also nice. I mean, the Mazda 2.5 petrol,
Yeah.
very fuel efficient.
Yeah.
Spec wise, are they sort of like almost the same? They should be the same.
The diesel is higher spec.
Oh,
But I think in terms of
Diesel is,
features,
the diesel is
in terms of
costlier,
features,
isn't
they
it?
are almost the same. They are all quite
sorry,
similar.
Thana?
The diesel is costly, right? Kon.
Yeah, the diesel is more expensive one.
Yeah. So why get the petrol? Sorry, I mean, to me,
It's amazing, right? The range of engines that Mazda offer for the CX5 is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we answer this guy, Brian, earlier?
Okay.
I'm not sure if he did, but
same guy, but different question. Same question, different guy, is it?
I don't know. But in the way, if you frame it like this, I would say go for the Cayman. Because he said thinking of going the coupe first, next round you can upgrade to a Porsche. Means his end game is a Porsche, and if it's a difference of 20-30 grand, go straight for the Porsche.
How is it from E300 coupe to the Cayman is upgrade? That's downgrade. Just that you are paying more while you downgrade.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
the Porsche is a sports car, but it's a smaller car, less comfortable, you know.
Yeah. Which you would enjoy as you are young, when you're at a younger age. Then as you know, 3-4 years down the road, when you mature a bit more, from the Cayman going to the E300 coupe, it still feels like a logical progression somewhere.
Yeah, I think get the Cayman first, because the little 30K difference, right, when you're buying, will be huge 3 years later between these two cars. At least 100K. At least 3 years later, they both will be at least 100K difference. So you get the Cayman first, it's like 30K difference. You do a coating, you do a tinting, and then you change some tires, your 30K is gone.
Yeah.
Right. So get the Cayman, Get the Cayman. Audi S7, buy.
Buy.
Oh my god, so
Just
nice.
that you're paying RS road tax for non-RS, but S7 is a lot cheaper to buy, lah.
No badge,
Okay lah, S7. The guy who drives the Porsche Targa, he has an S7. Right? He made money when he sell the car. Yeah, he made money. Okay, apa lagi?
It's interesting, book the i4, latest batch lost sunroof, but press car got sunroof. I don't know.
No choice one, Brian. Sometimes, right?
Pricing,
it's not the car maker trying to skim on things. It's about managing pricing, managing taxation. Malaysia, right? Importing cars, right? Is so complicated. Car makers would love to stuff everything in for you. and also availability. Sometimes,
Correct.
yeah, when they spec a sunroof, right, maybe from the manufacturer say, Malaysia, your volume like that. I don't care. You want the sunroof one? Our current production batch, those with sunroof, is with all the driver assist feature, blah 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 blah, or high spec battery pack and all that. Then that might inflate the price all the way up to like close to 500,000, and then people will be claiming that, hey, that's Taycan money already. What the hell, right? So no choice on. Sometimes if it happens, it happens. You just gotta, you know, yeah, increase 3K. It's not BMW's fault. It's Ringgit's fault. So
Yeah.
just understand that, don't blame everything on the car maker just because you have someone to blame to. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. Like during Hari Raya first day when the whole Malaysia is jammed up, I can guarantee you any insurance company you wouldn't be able to call a tow truck. But because we were promoting P&O, and then we cannot get, and then people were blasting P&O and us. But it's Hari Raya first day. Who can get a tow truck that time?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not trying to evade, but the fact is, I know for a fact that all insurance companies, they don't have their own fleet of tow trucks.
Yep.
They all use the services of call centers, just like last time taxi, they have one call center that calls a lot of taxi. It's the same thing. All the tow trucks of one region is under one call center. And then every insurance company subscribe to the same call center to call the same tow trucks. The tow trucks would tow your car, whether you are Allianz or whether you are P&O or whether you are RHB or Tokyo Marine or whatnot. It's the same people. They separate by region. There are no insurance company that can have the whole nation covered with their own tow trucks. No such thing available. And then when it comes to claims as well, all insurance companies are highly regulated by Bank Negara. Most of the time when your workshop tells you, insurance hasn't approved, it's because for something that is 18,000, they're trying to claim 30. And then the insurance bounce it back. And then they submit again, 38. And then the insurance company, the adjusters bounce it back. And then they submit again, 25. Because they know you're waiting, and then you blame the insurance. You don't blame the workshop, because the workshop can always answer you, insurance hasn't approved. But that's what's going on. All right. So I'm not trying to say that our partners are bad or good. No. That their operators do have some issue, and they told us that they are now trying to terminate the current operator, and they're gonna have 3 operators trying to match up this. And they haven't met this huge of a problem before MCO, but after MCO they really face this issue lah. So like I said, the reason we promote to you guys is very simple. It's the cheapest way to legalize your car to drive.
Correct.
And I think that helps me save a lot of money, and hence I recommend to everybody, because the way I see insurance, right, I really don't see them as my backup when my car has a problem or a tire puncture. Those are free services they offer.
It's
It's
like this will be people say, people, when something bad happened to them, like an accident, the only thing you're worried about is your safety, medical condition stuff. If you're accident and ambulance, those are different things lah. Okay.
Yeah.
But if a car already got this thing, whatever, whether your car come 1 hour or 2 hour, whatever it is, your car is going to be at total. Your car will not be ready. Correct.
Yeah.
No matter what, you are F ready. Whether it's a tire puncture, is there. So I think it's chill out, like, there are things that happens, like, jam, traffic jam, or rain and all that.
Yeah.
How can you control it? As you said, like, it's I used to understand people get so worked up about insurance. Like, to me, like, the guy said, "Oh, I'm here now, coming over. Can we come later?" I said, "Okay lah, I'll go for a drink lah. I'll go for a drink and come back and pick up the car." So what's the big issue, right now?
But of course, it's true that when they're trying to call for 3-4 hours, their cars broke down, and then they call for 3-4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I've never experienced that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like like I have it with Piano, and I have with Alliance also on some of my cars, and so far I've never had issues because I do my cars lah, on a regular basis lah.
Mm.
And I've never had issues within the hour that I'm doing in the car, So there you go.
Yeah.
And so far, yeah, my experience using the Pro Mileage, the tow, so far they have been okay lah.
Yeah.
In terms of the promptness of the response. Yeah.
Mm.
But there are people. I mean, I'm not saying that those people who face problems, they did face it. They definitely face it.
Oh, they
And,
definitely.
yeah, I also spoke to They also acknowledged that there's this issue with their current operator, couldn't cope with the number of calls and all that. Yeah, let's hope for the better. But again, like I said, I would gladly sign up an insurance service that is the cheapest, that don't offer me any roadside assistance, that don't offer me any free towing. I just want the cheapest to legalize my car to drive under a comprehensive insurance plan.
Correct.
And we are car guys. We have so many contacts of tow truck operators, of workshop and all that. In fact, I always use my workshop tow truck because I just call them. They can pick it up and they charge me like 150, 180 ringgit. I just pay for it, because it's theirs. They do it quicker. Yeah,
It's a wrong analogy, but it's like you buy Air Asia and then you said, I want Emirates. So
but there's no distinction. There's no distinction.
Correct. And in this case, it's the same.
Their comprehensive or their pro knowledge operators and all that is the same. It's the same service.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, sorry for deviating. This one, please buy. Some selling. Just check the condition.
You can get below 100K is a good buy because they are starting to inch up above 100K now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. What else? If nothing much, I'm gonna call. Oh! I think we clicked the same one. Come.
Yeah.
428 convertible. Buy.
Don't expect used car prices to go down significantly over the next 1 year or so.
Yeah.
Because new car supply is depleted.
But handsome tan. Look at the year of the car. Let's say 2015. Okay, it won't go down.
Mm.
If it is 2012, 2013, next year it will. Okay, because it's out of loan eligibility, the standard loan eligibility. Before it goes up, it won't. The prices won't go down that soon. Okay, so buy. It's good value to find one at this price. Okay, you can buy. All right, so. Okay, guys. Anything else? If nothing much, Kon, you got anything you want to shout out? People to come to your shop before they go for the convertible.
Yeah, man. Come wash your cars. This coming week we still have a few slots available, but right now we are doing more and more unique cases. We are doing more than just regular washing and vacuum. Before Raya, our team took apart the interior of a well fire, dismantled, took out the seats, took out the track because the car was flooded. So we have made a conscious decision to pivot the business of Evo Club Car Wash, more than just regular washing, but specialized kind of washing where if you need deep cleaning of your carpets, you need to take things out from your car to dismantle things, right? We are the place to come. And
show some pictures while Kon is talking.
So today we are in the midst of taking apart Thomas's Alpha 155. All right. Yesterday we found cockroaches in the car. Today we found water leaking through the firewall.
What?
Water leaking through the firewall. Because when we took out the foam from under the driver's seat, under the driver's side, right, we flipped. It's wet. So today our crew, we ran water down the windscreen, and then we saw like, water is dripping down from, the driver footwell there. So I told Thomas, I WhatsApp Thomas, I said, Thomas, you have gotten yourself into quite a mess, huh? Yeah. So
But it's an
last
alpha, so he expected
an
it.
alpha. Yeah,
Understood.
we also helped
And,
him to.
and this is not the Alpha Sat.
No, this is the 155.
155.
So Alpha Sat
155.
Alpha Sat will be a different
Alpha
level.
Sat, we haven't had time to go through
Another
it.
level.
Alpha Sat, we haven't had time to go
No,
through it.
your benchmark is here now, so that one is like a different benchmark.
Yeah. And
But I would
also-
say,
also-
Thana, an
Yeah.
alpha sub that still runs
Yeah.
means is under someone who take care of the car. You know?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
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 2 years ago, I want to buy Alpha Sat, and I called up Chris, and Chris said, "Nana, are you sure? Are you ready?" So
Yeah, this also another interesting story. These two cars, the BMW came in with vomit on the driver's seat. We cleaned that up.
yeah.
Cx5 came in with apparently, according to the owner's son, the packet of tofufa exploded. So, and the owner decided to top up and do undercarriage cleaning as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So the both these cars are still in the shop lah. We are releasing the cars tomorrow because the owners are too busy to collect the cars. So I mean for even for some like the Cx9, I'm actually going to actually be delivering the car back to the owner. So those of you guys who are you have busy schedules, but you need your cars to be to come to us, we also provide pickup and return service. One of my customers, a regular Thana, who works same building as you.
Oh, okay.
Every week or every 2 weeks, he will send his GLB. We will go there, pick up his car, bring it to our shop, clean up, and we return the car to him before the day is over, before his working
But
day
you
is over.
charge,
So it's like,
you charge them, right?
yeah, of course. Our charges are 50 ringgit for for 10 within a 10-kilometer radius and 100 ringgit within a 20-kilometer radius. But those who take up like the more expensive packages, we will adjust the transit price a bit lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this was the start of Thomas's adventure. The more we open it up,
dear.
he's now having to put new carpet into the car already.
And the thing with Thomas is Thomas will do it right. He'll find the best way to do it, the correct way.
Yeah.
So
all the under, all the foam, the carpets, all right, we have to take out. And I'm very lucky. We have a strong relationship with KL Auto with DK Leather. So KL Auto is supplying us the foam to replace, and DK Leather is supplying us the carpets. So
Nice.
I was actually inspired by one of our friends, one of our viewers who chatted with me because he saw that I'm doing a lot of cleaning of flood cars. He said, "Hey, Kon, instead, when you clean all the flood cars, right? Instead of you go and brush all the carpet, why don't you offer your customers, to change the carpet?" So then I started looking for potential suppliers, and luckily enough, our partners DK Leather, they also do they can also do carpet replacement as well for me. So
mind me asking, Kon, how much like a sedan carpet?
Okay, so like for full carpet, like a sedan one, right? It's about 1K.
And
But
the color you can choose?
There are the usual colors lah: beige, gray, black, brown. The color choices at this moment is limited. Of course, as we grow this, we will try to expand the selection. But right now, what I have is the regular, the safe regular colors lah. So in Thomas's case, the last discussion that I had with him, we are going for gray. Thanks, Theophilus. Thank you. Yesterday we had a look at Theophilus' Sentra B14, so I gave him advice on what, based on his budget, what he can and cannot do with his car.
I'm helping him to get the car transferred to his
name. Yes, he told me about it. So, yes.
We're doing that. So we're doing a resto on that, paint and all that.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
All right, guys.
This has been,
So get your cars over to Kon's place, and
Yeah.
Kon has said that for our event, he's gonna have like maybe one
Yeah,
person, two person there to help
we'll be
clean up
sending
the
the
car.
crew there.
Yeah,
We'll be sending the crew there. Yeah.
Depends. If you got a lot of business at your shop, then don't bother lah.
No lah, that day we will close and we will come to support the event.
Oi, cannot.
No lah. Can lah.
Anyway, all right, guys.
Your display cars all need
Yes.
cleaning, all need regular wiping and cleaning up.
What's that?
The cars on display that day will need regular wiping and cleaning up.
Depends. I think we need Rela more to take care of the cars. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So that's about it. And that's the big event will be on the 28th. And then we'll see you then. And thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Help us share the live show. If this is helping you, tell more people about it. Come and join us every Monday, 8 p.m. All right. Thank you, Thana. Thank you, Kon.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Thanks, Bobby.
Night.
Thanks, Tana.
Bye. Good night. Bye-bye.
You guys, good night. Take care. Bye.
Bye.